Lance, hello and welcome in everybody watching at home on YouTube. It's good to have you here with me again today. We have more debates coming your way. In fact, we have our first Trump supporter already on the line with us. Mr. Lance, you told us you voted for Trump, right?
Yeah, so I got a question for you though.
Okay, well, feel free to ask me a
Why
question. After you ask me a question, I'd love for you to tell us why you voted for Trump.
for freedom, man?
What freedom specifically, if you don't mind me asking?
Everything.
Everything? So
Liberals are abusing us.
liberals are
Yeah,
abusing you? What does that
sure they
mean?
are. Well, Democrats, liberals,
Okay, how are liberals abusing
they're
you?
funneling money out and they're enslaving us all
Okay, how are Democrats enslaving us all?
because they're stealing from us and
How?
they're forcing us to work harder than we have to.
Okay. Well. First of all, I want to go ahead and respond to the second point of that. I'd assume that you'd have to work harder under Trump's administration because he's making like the purchasing power of anybody that makes under $395,000 per year less, and he's barely in America towards a recession. And I'm pretty sure if Kamala Harris was elected and she was able to implement her tax policy that only benefited 100 million Americans in that low and the middle class, they wouldn't have to work as hard to buy the same good. So that's false. And then the second point: how are Democrats stealing money from the American people?
Well, they're funneling it.
Uh,
Dode's finding it.
okay, can you please
Haven't
give
you been
me?
paying attention?
Yeah, well, I have been paying attention to Doge. I haven't seen anything
You tell
about
me
Doge
why.
showing how Democrats have been funneling money. Can you show me that evidence?
You tell me why all these guys' wealth is up. All your politicians, even Obama when he left office, his wealth is up. How's
Okay,
that
so you're
possible?
assuming because their net worth went up, that means that they're stealing money from American
Oh,
citizens?
for sure they are.
Okay, where's your
For
evidence?
sure they are. Well, Dode's proven it all. Aren't you paying attention?
If
You
Doge
gotta
has
quit
proved it
sucking
all,
dick,
you would
man.
probably have
That's what you
evidence,
gotta
right?
quit doing is suck a dick.
What?
You Democrats all suck dick. That's your problem, man. You're a dick sucker.
Okay, can you show me the evidence that Doge gave you to prove that Democrats were funneling money from the American people?
The evidence is all in the news, man.
So it should be pretty easy to give me a
You
source, right?
Democrats are running scared because they know that treason's punishable by death.
Oh, wait, do you think that grapes should be punishable by death?
Well, I think Democrats that are stealing from the people and frauding the people and lying to
Everything
the
for the Dream
people
Team.
should be punished by death
Okay,
for
so
sure.
so what about a grapist, regardless of their political affiliation?
Rapists,
Yeah, but say it with a G. Grapist.
grapist,
Do you think that that should be punishable by death?
castration first.
But then death?
Sure.
Okay, so
Why
Donald
not?
Trump should go because he's an adjudicated
Where
rapist, right?
where where did you prove he raped though?
In a civil court where he was held liable by a unanimous jury of 9 after 2 to
And
3 years of discovery.
you have actual proof
Yeah, it was
and
a
a
court
full
case.
conviction and a
Yes.
full conviction.
Yes, a verdict form from the jury and everything that proved that he
Hmm.
had raped E. Jean Carroll. Yep.
Well, women say the darndest things,
Oh, so it was a
and they
false
do. It's
report
proven.
that was able to
You
make its
you
way through
haven't you
court.
haven't even begun to have a family and watch how a woman destroys your family.
Oh, women destroying the family? How come men disproportionately commit domestic violence? He left. That was a very good time for him to leave. That was a very, very, very good time for him to leave because he was about to get ate the fuck up and he knew it. Dirty misogynist. Sid, thank you so much for the $50 super chat over on YouTube. That is so kind. Thank you, Sid. Everyone, please show some love to Sid. That is literally so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. I want to see at least 500 big W's for Sid. Thank you. It's super good to see you today, and I really appreciate you for the love. Huge W Sids. Huge W Sids. And that dude, thank you for the galaxy on TikTok. What is up, Gabe? Did you vote for Trump?
Nope, just want to say I love you, Dean, and fuck Trump. You can kick me now.
Bro, W Gabe, W Gabe. We're going to go and get that next guest up here. W Gabe. If you are watching that stream and you want to support me, if you're watching on TikTok, you can find my PayPal and my Venmo through the link tree in the bio. 100% of the proceeds on this platform is going to me. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to support me, in the description, you can find the link tree, or in the pinned comment, you can see my Venmo and PayPal, and you can support me through YouTube Super Chat. All right, what is going on? Mr. Jolson, did you vote for Trump?
Yes,
You did?
yes.
Do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
I'm born in 2006,
Which makes you how old?
18. My first election.
I think that you're a fetus. Sorry. We're going to move on to the next guest here. Everyone do just be patient while we get that next guest. Roxanne up in the box. Everybody do just kind of be patient, y'all. Play button win. I need to order that. So somebody over in the YouTube comment section. What's up, Roxanne? Did you vote for Trump? Roxanne. Are you here? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and assume not. All right, yo, Mr. Bob Bid down below in that TikTok live chat. Go ahead and hop in that queue for me, bud. While we're getting that next guest up in here, it's so hard for us to find a Trump supporter that's ready and willing to debate. What is up, Soul? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I just wanted to say I love you.
Well, so I do appreciate you for that love, man. W's for Soul, guys. Please, if you are a liberal, I will politely ask you to stay out of that queue so we could just have some debates and nothing but, at least for right now, at least. But I do appreciate you guys for the love. What's up, Watcher? Did you vote for Trump? Watcher, you're on the live, dude. Hello?
Yo,
Hello? Did you vote for Trump?
yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you?
Hello.
I'm 31
31. So why did you vote for Trump?
because he's the only hope for a competitive advantage.
For competitive advantage?
Yes.
Comparative advantage? Okay. No, he's what?
Do you need me to explain what a competitive advantage is?
Actually, I do. Yes. I need you to explain what comparative advantage is, because as far as I'm concerned, comparative advantage, insofar as how it's applicable to economies as a whole, country by country, is basically just assuming, well, what goods can they produce at what levels to do so efficiently, right? It's like comparative advantage of production, and you could like produce too many of some goods, and then
Okay,
show
okay,
those
okay.
other goods,
Listen,
and then all of a
listen.
sudden you create inefficiencies. But if that's what you think comparative advantage is, well, then you'd recognize that Donald Trump's tariffs actually hurt and destroy comparative advantage, as it makes America focus on producing goods that they're not efficient at producing, which would make your claim abundantly false.
Listen, buddy. I don't care if you're trying to act like you're ChatGPT or you're some sort of AI.
Bro, what? I literally just responded to what you said. I don't.
Donald Trump, by his tariffs, he is trying to get America to start building more localized industries instead of getting imports that we don't really need.
Do you mind if I ask you what time it is?
It's 3:45.
What state are you in?
Sorry?
What state are you in?
New York,
Really? What's the capital of New York?
Manhattan.
Albany. Goodbye. Moving on to the next guest. Not from America. Everyone do just kind of give us a minute. We got Blue Eyed Devil loading up in that live. Everyone do just be patient here, y'all. If you're one of the 8,000 people watching on TikTok, let's double tap up to 1 million likes. What's going on, Blue Eyed? Did you vote for Trump?
I did the last election, not this one.
Hey, well, W's for you, man. W's for you. We're just looking to talk to people that voted for Trump in 2024. Let's go to get that next guest, Jordan, up in that live. Based. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, you guys. Manhattan is wild, bro. Manhattan is wild. What's up, Jordan? How old are you?
27.
27. You vote for Trump.
I would if I could.
Ah, you're a British.
I'm English. I am.
You're British. Unfortunate. Moving on to Dan. Here we go, you guys. Next guest is loading up. Go ahead and drop a mag for me down below in that chat if you want to join. We have too many Brits in the queue. All right, we have too many Brits in the queue. Let me see a MAGA in that comment section if you want to join. We got all the Brits trying to join the live right now. Not enough debates. So let's go to get that next guest up in here as we speak. What is going on? Jasmine, did you vote for Trump?
No.
Okay, see ya. Moving on. Here we go. Next guest. We got him loaded in, you guys. We got him loaded in. What is up? Did you vote for Trump, Ayo?
Yes, I did.
You did. How do you?
I'm 19 years old.
19 years old. And why did you vote for the Orange Menace? Let's talk about it.
Well, could I just speak for 1 minute and then you can cut me off?
Just sure. Tell us why you voted for Trump. Take it away.
Well, I just want to mention something else first. So I just want to say that I believe that God is calling you towards Christianity, and I believe that that if you look around you, billions of galaxies, I feel like that there's something deeper. And I struggled. I have this heart full patient. I know that you have that as well, and it wouldn't go away for quite some time, and it was like really freaking me out.
Yeah.
Had lots of anxiety and stuff like that, and there's a verse in the Bible. It says, once you seek me-
Okay. Listen, man, I appreciate it. I think it's very kind. It's very kind of you. Just know that I appreciate you and whatnot. But could you tell us maybe why you voted for Trump?
Yeah, I wasn't out here for that, but I just want to let you know that there is a verse that says, once you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. But I'm going to...
Okay, moving on. All right, guys, we got Hamza loading up, and if you're in that queue, make sure that you're, you voted for Trump. Everyone just give us a minute. What's up, Hamza? Did you vote for Trump?
Double tap that screen.
Base. Moving on, guys. I apologize that we can't get a debate. Doesn't look like a whole lot of Trump supporters want to debate. I don't know. Like, okay, I know, like, the cliche of, like a Christian trying to convert a non-Christian. But, I can, like, put myself in the shoes of, I believe in this existing, eternal, everlasting life. So I want to tell as many people as I can about it as possible. So, I don't know. I'm not too opposed to it, even though I'm not a Christian myself. But, maybe there is a time and a place. What's up, Sammy? Did you vote for Trump?
Hey, I did.
You did.
I did.
Sammy, why did you do that?
I'm not totally on board with that decision anymore.
Oh, you regret it?
I'm from a family. I do actually, yes.
Okay, so we are only looking to talk to people that don't regret it, so I'm proud of you for that. But in like 2 sentences or less, could you tell us why you regret it?
I'm from a family of veterans, and his whole preface on putting veterans first. And I'm 27. I voted for him in the last election. I thought his last presidency was fine. I would have liked to have seen a better, I won't say better because I think Kamala was qualified, but I think maybe if there was a different candidate that wasn't brought in just because of the money that Biden had and how it couldn't go to anybody else, I would have liked to have seen someone else. Maybe that would have changed my mind, but I did think he was going to do the veterans first, and take care of Americans, and I don't see that happening. So,
okay, well,
I think that's probably the case for a lot of people. Is if maybe he won, not because at least people who I associate with voted for him just because they didn't want to vote for Kamala. Not saying that she's not qualified, but I think that's a big part of the reason why he did win.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you for coming up here and sharing your perspective. I think that Kamala Harris was an incredibly qualified candidate, but at the end of the day, I'm happy that you regret your vote for Trump.
Would she have been your number one pick?
In that election, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. But like to add further context on, if we were to say like anybody from the Democrat Party would have the same chance of winning as she did at that late in the election, I'd go with Buttigieg, man. Mr. Pete Buttigieg, that guy, okay, absolute menace, right? Ash, thanks for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you. What's going on, Jay? Did you vote for Trump?
I did. How you doing, man?
I am doing all right, Mr. J. Tell us why you voted for Trump.
Man, I just think I just think I just think the Republican Party in general aligns more with my worldview. I'm a Christian as well.
Okay. Yeah. What Christian beliefs does the Republican Party better align with? Actually, can I ask you another question? Can we scrap that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. If you saw somebody on the street screaming about how evil rich people are and how like they believe in God and they're essentially all going to hell, it's impossible for them to go to heaven, where would you assume that they fall in the political spectrum?
Okay. You said if a rich person was screaming on the streets? Or
if somebody was like preaching on the streets that essentially all rich people are evil and all going to hell, can't get into heaven, where would you assume they fall on the political spectrum of belief? Super right, super left, left leaning, like where would you assume they fall?
Dude, on the political spectrum, I don't know. That's an odd question. I'd probably say Democrat, bro.
How dim? Like pretty fucking far left, right? Because you'll even have some like conventional Dems that don't call all rich people up. Like that's pretty far left, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Okay, give me one moment. Just trying to find this one thing.
Bro's got like 1,000 typed word per minute.
I'm come fast and typing. So just to clarify, if you heard somebody on the street and they were like, "And I tell you, it is easier for a elephant to go through the
It's
entry
a
of a
needle.
door
It's-
than
it's
it
a-
is for somebody who's rich to enter into the kingdom of heaven. They're leftist as shit, right?
So that's your quote in scripture there. I think it's like an elephant through the eye of a needle or something like that.
No, I wasn't even. Well, okay, fine. You fucking caught me. Matthew 19:24. Jesus is speaking to his disciples. Jesus says, "And I tell you, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for somebody who's rich to enter into the kingdom of God." Essentially, stating that it's fucking impossible for rich people to go to heaven. They're all going to hell. Very, very evil. Evil people go to hell. Meaning that you'd assume if Jesus was said street preacher, that he is a fucking raging leftist.
Okay, so I think you might be taking it like it's saying is that I think what Jesus is saying there, to put it more in context, is like, hey, it's typically richer people are more greedy, and as Christians we're not called to be greedy. But you make a fair point.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we see a very persistent theme throughout the Bible, both Old and New Testament, saying that God wants you to give glory and help out those that are more needy than yourself, in which he will return you even greater glory in the kingdom of God. I'm pretty sure I'm literally quoting Psalm 32, that one. We have only seen the Democrat Party in modern American history fight for members of the low and the middle class in America, fight for social safety nets for individuals in poverty, and fight for a fair distribution of our taxation systems. Meanwhile, we've seen Republicans fight for trickle-down economics, which we know are a failure, giving more money to the ultra-wealthy, which does nothing for the average American, that has now left us in a spot where we're at pre-French Revolution levels of income inequity. I am positive that if Jesus was alive today, he would be further left than I am, and he definitely would have voted for Kamala Harris compared to Donald Trump.
I don't agree with that statement because I don't think he would be political on our spectrum at all, to be honest. And definitely he would not support abortion.
Oh, well, I don't think that you have to support abortion to vote blue. I think that you just have to support a woman's access to make that decision for herself. And I think that Jesus would support that. You want to know why?
Can I go? Yeah, real quick, back to what you were saying. I don't agree that Republicans don't try to help out the lower middle class as well. I think that by and large, bringing in more business offers more jobs to those at the lower middle class area. But go ahead on what you were saying.
Okay, I guess do you want me to respond to that, or do you just want me to continue with what I was saying?
Whichever you want to do, bro.
Okay, first I'll just respond to that. I mean, it doesn't seem like Donald Trump is too good for the prosperity of American business. The Atlanta Fed went from projecting a 4% growth in our GDP in the first financial quarter of 25 to a 3% recess. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to be good for jobs, good for American business. But to kind of go back to the point that I was reiterating here, I want to first ask you, do you think that abortion should be illegal because you find it to be morally wrong, rooted in your Christian beliefs?
Absolutely.
Okay, I have a question. Are you Catholic, Orthodox, or like non-denominational Protestant?
Non-denominational.
Perfect. So that means you do agree with the New Testament where it describes that all sins are equal in the eyes of God apart from blasphemy, yeah?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So should lying to your child telling them that Santa Claus exists be illegal?
That's a fair point. And I got told as a kid that Santa was real by Christian parents.
Yeah. So I mean, should that action be illegal? Yes or no?
Yeah, and there's also something to go into like Santa's name, Saint Nick. Like I don't looking at it from like a Christian worldview. Yeah, that would be probably wrong.
Okay. But should it be legal?
Legal?
Illegal.
I mean, lying technically isn't illegal.
Do you think it should be?
I mean, no.
Perfect. So if you don't think that lying to your child telling them that Santa Claus exists should be illegal, why should abortion?
Okay, this is a good point. So I think that abortion is murder.
Okay. Well, I mean, you think that murder is just as wrong in the eyes of God as lying to your children telling them that Santa Claus exists. That's kind of my point.
Yeah, but lying to I don't have any kids. Let's say I have a kid. Me telling my kid that Santa's real is different than me aborting that kid and not giving it a life. By and large, a life is better than non-life, in my opinion.
Yeah, is it different in the eyes of God?
I mean, dude, like, I don't know. I don't know how God looks at it, but I know
We
that
do. We do. The first question I asked you was if he views all sins as equal outside of blasphemy, and you affirm that premise, meaning that we do know that those two sins are not different in the eyes of God. Maybe they're different to you, and I think they should be different to you. And not only is that kind of a critique on Christianity, and that's not the route that I want to take this, this is more so a critique on you using your faith-based beliefs in Christianity to justify legislation. Like, I'm not going to lie, man. There's a totally incoherent applicability of the morality described in the Christian Bible to a criminal justice system to legislate. It's completely incoherent. Like all forms of transposition of religious texts found in the Bible to, like, you know, legislation and reform in the criminal justice system would require you to place your interpretation of the wrongness on actions on the wrongness of actions, which is completely outside of what you think God's interpretation is when you perceive him to be the divine arbiter of morality, right? And so that's why I say that if you are going to advocate for any legislation, you need to be using a secular standard completely outside of your faith, because using that faith-based standard is completely incoherent.
I don't agree with that. I think that we can use Bible and the Bible and how Jesus lived as guidelines on how to act. Now, where I would differ from a lot of people in the Republican side is definitely like the immigration standpoint, because
Well, before we get on to immigration, and I want to make sure I allow you to finish, but before we get on to immigration, the reason why I said it's completely incoherent to apply the Bible to a criminal justice system is because you have to just straight up like ignore logic. It is logically contradictory to say that murder is significantly more wrong, quote unquote, than lying. Please justify that according to you and your Christian values, that it is not contradictory to say murder's more wrong than lying.
okay, so in the Bible, when it says that he views all sin as the same, that's him as his forgiveness standard as on us. Like stealing a pencil when you're 4 years old is enough to damn you to hell forever. You know what I mean? But if you believe in Jesus, in my worldview, that all sins are forgiven. Now, if I were a politician or whatever, yeah, dude, murder is worse than lying to your kid.
According to who?
I think that we're all built with like a normal moral compass.
So according to you?
I think humans have a moral compass.
But what's the standard of morality in accordance with the Christian faith? God or humans?
Definitely God.
Okay. So your moral standard is completely irrelevant to truth, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. So then you're saying that in accordance with the Christian faith, right, the true moral standard is that of humans.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. So would you say the true moral standard is that of God, and any moral standard outside of God is false?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
But-
so your moral
but-
standard does not track truth if Christianity is the case.
But again, dude, we're not gonna this is a common sense thing here.
Well, what it is exactly. It's commonsensical to think that murder is more wrong than lying. But if you accept and adopt the Christian faith and use it to impose legislation, you have to acknowledge that your common sense, quote unquote, is absolutely meaningless to the moral dictation of God and his prescriptive will as written in the New Testament of the Bible when he tells you that all sins are equal in his eyes.
I would say that I believe that God gives us all that moral compass, and straying from it, the common sense factor that murder is worse.
So what's the difference between you saying that murder is worse than lying and Hitler saying that it is completely okay to kill Jewish individuals? Because aren't those two beliefs both rooted in your intuitions that is separate and distinct from the moral arbiter that created the universe that is all good, all knowing, and perfect?
You're gonna have to say that again, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't understand your.
Of course.
Your question.
What's the difference between your moral intuitions and Hitler's intuitions insofar as how they do or don't track what's described in the Bible as God's prescriptive moral values?
I mean, Hitler was a pretty evil cat, dude.
Yeah, I agree that Hitler was evil. Okay. But why was he evil in accordance with the Christian faith? It's because he broke the moral teachings of the Bible and of God, right?
Well, I mean, he did. Yeah, but he.
To a very extreme degree,
Yeah.
right? So, in other words, breaking the moral teachings of the Bible's wrong, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Does the Bible teach that murder is worse than lying? Or does the Bible teach that murder is viewed in the same in the eyes of God as lying?
I don't know what much the Bible says on like how to operate in legislation.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Oh, no, about the moral
we're
prescriptions.
taking-
About the moral
we're
prescriptions. The
taking
first question
one-
I asked you was if God sees murder the same as lying, and you said yes.
Well, yeah, but we're basing this entire conversation on that one quote of scripture. I'm sure
Right.
there's more. You know what I mean?
Well, if
Like
there's
I've said-
more, they either will affirm and build off of the fact that God sees all sins as equal, and if they don't, then the Bible includes contradictions, which means it's false.
I don't believe that the Bible has any contradictions, and I think that every word's true. But
If the Bible has no contradictions, then you will read no scripture anywhere in the entirety of the Bible that would contradict that God sees all sins as equal.
that's a true statement.
Okay, so then other teachings in the Bible are completely irrelevant, and we know that there's no counter-argument predicated on any other religious text from the entirety of the Bible to dispute that in God's eyes, all sins are equal apart from blasphemy.
I wouldn't agree with that because there's other scripture that could probably build off of it. Like we're taking how God views salvation in His eyes.
Any other scripture that builds off of it will merely affirm the fact that God sees all sins as equal apart from blasphemy. Because if it doesn't affirm that fact and rejects that fact, then the Bible is contradictory. You can't build off of a statement which leads to the falsification of it without a contradiction.
Okay, I see where you're coming from. I just think that we're taking one scripture and basing the entirety of like how I would operate legislatively and the legislatively or however you say it in the justice system.
Well, yes, if you want to base the justice system off the scripture, that you must do that. You must make sure that your criminal justice system doesn't reject the teachings of God, right?
I think that there are like you'd have to pay the price of sin, you know. But humans create the how our legislation system here. God did.
Now you're making a very good argument that I agree with. Now you're arguing that humans create the criminal justice system, and we don't base the way that we draft and impose legislation off of what God thinks or says, meaning that we should use a completely secular standard to determine what's legal and illegal. But in affirming that we should make a separation between church and state and ignore what God says and what we legislate, that just means that you can't say abortion should be illegal because God says it's wrong.
Well, I think that okay, but here you could look at it like this from the abortion standpoint. Like we think murder's wrong,
Right.
and I don't see a difference in abortion and murder, dude. Like,
What do you think
that's
murder is?
the premeditated killing of a person?
Okay, so when a doctor premeditates willfully and intentionally pulling the plug of life support off of a brain dead patient, killing and ending their human life, is that doctor a murderer?
Okay, that's a good point. And then how I would counteract that is you're talking about someone who's brain dead rather than a life that's being brought into this world.
Are is both the brain dead patient and the fetus human and alive?
Human and yeah, they both are.
Okay, so even though there's differences between the fetus and the brain dead patient, because they are both human and alive, they'd categorically fall under your definition of murder.
And you're good at debating, brother. What you're doing here is you're making it absolute. The same thing you did with how I view the sins. But you can't deny that a baby is different than a brain dead.
Okay. There's a lot of differences between a fetus and a brain dead patient. And for you to say that it's murder to kill the fetus, but it's not murder to kill the brain dead patient, that must mean that the reasons why it's murder to kill the fetus falls within the differences between the fetus and the brain dead patient. Okay? And one thing that is not different between the fetus and the brain dead patient is the fact that they're both human lives. So that means that you don't think murder is the willful and intentional killing of an innocent human life, because that is not a difference between the fetus and the brain dead patient. So I'll just merely ask you again, what's murder?
I think murder is the taking of a life.
We know it can't be that, though, because that applies to both the fetus and the brain dead patient. In order for you to logically affirm that it's murder to kill a fetus but not murder to kill a brain dead patient, your definition of murder must apply to something that's true of the fetus but not true of the brain dead patient.
What would you say murder is?
I think murder is the unjust termination of the human life. And I think that it is justified to terminate the life of a fetus because it does not have the ability to deploy any level of subjective experiences.
So then you'd agree with that it'd be okay to take the life of the older patient as well?
Of the brain dead patient, yeah, I don't think it's murder to pull the plug on a brain dead patient.
I agree with the brain dead patient, but I don't agree with the baby because it's an innocent life that is going to be a human
in the future. So that's the difference then. What you think is, so your conception of murder has something to do with future lived experiences like you or I, right? Because that's the only difference between the fetus and the brain dead patient, right?
Yeah, like the baby's gonna be a baby and grow up to be like us.
Yeah, it's gonna have a future like ours.
Yeah.
I have a question. Does a unicellular human zygote, the first stage of human development, have a future like ours?
Absolutely.
Does that mean it's murder to kill a unicellular human organism?
I think from conception, it would be murder.
Okay. I have a question. Do you value all innocent human lives with a future like ours the same amount?
Do I value all human life? Absolutely. All races, all kinds.
The same amount?
Yeah, all people.
Okay. If you were put in between a rock and a hard place, and you had to choose between killing 10 people to save one person or killing one person to save 10 people, what would you choose?
So, good argument. I'm in the military. This is things, that I have to deal with. And go back to your question.
If you were placed in between a rock and a hard place, and you had to choose between killing 10 people to save one person or killing one person to save 10 people, what would you choose?
I mean, if I'm in let's say I'm fucking overseas, dude, I'd take fucking 10 people's lives to save my buddy's life, 100%. And I wouldn't even blink about it. But I know that sounds weird, but it's my job, dude. You got to understand that. That's my job.
I don't think I've ever had anybody answer that question incorrectly before. You might be the first person that's ever been on my stream that's incorrectly answered that question. I wasn't expecting that. I've never had somebody tell me that they would rather kill 10 people to save one compared to kill one person to save 10.
Well,
so just allow me to finish here. Allow me to finish here real quick.
Okay.
There's a lot of problems with that statement, and I want to be able to address and respond to them. But after we finish this conversation about abortion, so about these 10 people and one person, you're just going to assume that you don't know them and you know nothing about them. Would you rather kill 10 random people to save one random person or kill one random person to save 10 random people?
Okay, so here, when I said that it was the 10 people to my buddy's life, that was in a combat environment where they were the enemy, and I wouldn't even blink about it. But if it was random people, right, because...
I think it is very important to consider why you think they're the enemy in that scenario. If they're the enemy because you're shooting at them and they're shooting back to preserve their own lives, I don't think that's justified. If they're the enemy because they're bad people trying to do bad things, right, and they're the aggressors, then maybe sure. But my question doesn't really have to do with these combat situations where you're either fighting genuinely bad people or you're the genuinely bad person fighting innocent people. My question has all had to do with a hypothetical trolley problem where would you rather kill one random person to save 10 random people or kill 10 random people to save one random person?
So, yeah, okay, so we'll stick to the hypothetical here. So you're talking about the trolley where you either don't flip the switch and 10 people die, or you do flip the switch and one person dies, but you killed that person, but the 10 people are saved. That's
just kill one to save 10 or kill 10 to save one, man?
Yeah, probably kill one to save 10.
Perfect. So would you kill me to save 10 human zygotes?
Bro, That's crazy, bro. Because that's a tough question, dude. I don't really feel like answering that. I want to kill you, bro. I don't want to smoke you, but at the same time, like I mean, bro, like you're saving. How I guess, yeah, dude. Whatever.
Oh my God, that's okay. First of all, I just want to preface that's crazy. But maybe there's even a better way we could preface this, because you think it's murder to kill a unicellular organism. Do you think that all murderers should go to jail?
I mean, it depends on. So you got to define murder, bro. Like, if we premeditated, like first degree murder?
Yeah, premeditated, meant to do it. Should they go to jail? What about a serial murder too? Like premeditated killing 10, valuable
Yeah,
humans.
dude, those guys should go to jail
For the rest of their life?
It depends on the severity of it. Like the serial killer that guy probably shouldn't see the day of life. Now I've worked in prison.
Okay. Sounds good. So there's a form of birth control called an IUD. This IUD in some circumstances will allow for conception to occur, then prevent that now conceived zygote's implantation into the uterine lining, killing it. Under your view, that is murder, right? And in a premeditated sense, I mean, first of all, how many women are watching the live right now that have an IUD that knows that IUD can kill zygotes that are sexually active? Let's just wait for.
Well, there's 9,000 in here. I'd say probably 50% of that.
Look at all those. Look at all those me's in the chat. Okay, these are all women that have an IUD, knows it kills those zygotes that you think it's murder to kill, and are sexually active. So all these women are like serial killers under your view. Should they all be sent to jail for the rest of their life?
I don't think that's serial killing, bro.
Why not?
I mean, it's a form of contraception to prevent getting pregnant.
But it requires killing intentionally killing a zygote. So why is intentionally killing a zygote not murder, but intentionally killing a fetus is murder? They both have a future like ours.
So I don't know the science behind the IUD. It's what it's preventing them from getting pregnant is my understanding.
Assuming that pregnancy begins at implantation, it prevents pregnancy by murdering that zygote before it implants, but it occurs after conception.
What does it do? Does it create like? I'm trying to understand the science behind it.
Okay, so in a lot of circumstances, the IUD will let conception occur, meaning that the egg is fertilized, the sperm is implanted into the egg, boom, human life starts. Unicellular zygote right there, okay? But in order for the pregnancy to continue, the unicellular zygote has to implant itself and kind of grab onto the uterine lining, okay? Right? And that's where it starts developing. But what the IUD does is it prevents that implantation, and that little zygote, it starves and it dies, right? And under your view, that's murder because it's a unique, innocent human life with a future like ours.
I don't think it's murder, bro.
So why is it murder to kill a fetus, but not murder to kill a zygote?
Because so you make a fair point because you're choosing to have the IUD, like the woman would be choosing to have the IUD to prevent getting pregnant. But then at some point she becomes pregnant, and then they'd have to terminate that baby if they want an abortion. So I think that's like a choice.
So I don't think what you just said really followed. Would you like me to re-explain my question?
Okay, your question was, why is it okay to prevent a zygote? I think that
my question is why is it okay to intentionally kill a zygote, which is a human life with a future like ours, but it's not okay to intentionally kill a fetus, which is a human life with a future like ours?
So if an IUD is actually killing zygotes, in my opinion, it's preventing the contraception of a baby becoming a baby.
You mean conception?
Sorry, what did I say? Contraception?
Yeah.
I was thinking that with contraceptives or whatever. No, conception. Yeah, I think it prevents that, but if it does kill it, then I think that would be wrong.
Okay, so can we agree that conception is when the sperm fertilizes the egg?
Yeah.
Can we agree that I kind of described how about 50% of the time that IUD will let that happen, then just prevent its implantation?
Yeah, and I don't want to like take what you're saying as discredit. I would just have to go in and do my own research on how IUD works to like.
So if what I'm saying is true, then would an IUD be murdering zygotes, which is very wrong.
I mean, if what you said, it would, yeah, it would, because you'd be preventing it or killing. I guess
Okay,
killing.
so
it.
should all of these women with IUDs that are sexually active, murdering all these zygotes, go to jail for the rest of their lives?
No, dude. No, they shouldn't go to jail, bro.
So murderers should be able to roam free? Serial killers just out on the streets?
I don't think that a woman with an IUD is a serial killer. I think she's just. I would go to say that. I would go to say that it's not. It's not correct. It's not correct. I don't think it's right for them to do that. The same way it's not right for me to go and have sex with a bunch of women. In my worldview, that's not right. But I don't think that should go to jail or they
yeah.
should
So
go
then,
to jail.
once again, the question just comes back around: why is it murder to intentionally kill a fetus, but not murder to intentionally kill a zygote?
I think that they're both technically one. How you described it would be the killing of the zygote or the killing of the fetus.
So they'd both be murder.
Then they would both be murdered.
So you are letting murderers roam free in the streets.
But I wouldn't look, dude. I don't have any place in this discussion. You know what I mean? Like that's their decision. They can do it. But-
so if you wait,
but
actually, we
it
could build on
should
this.
be-
We could build on this. We could build on this. If you don't think you have a place in the discussion, you think IUDs are murderers, but you don't think that women should be prevented from accessing IUDs or criminalized for having one and killing that zygote, why don't you feel the same way about abortion? You think abortion's murder, but you also don't think you have a place in that discussion and think that women should be able to make that choice for themselves.
I think it's wrong, dude. I think it's inherently wrong.
Oh, but you literally said the same thing about killing a zygote. I'm getting a little bit fed up now. I appreciate you for being kind. I'm getting fed up because you're contradicting yourself.
Okay.
I'm getting really fed up. But
Well-
you have been respectful, and I appreciate you for that. But the constant contradictions are getting to me.
I hear you. I don't think I'm contradicting myself. I know that you would think that. I think that I have a moral my worldview that
Yeah.
guides my compass and my thoughts.
Okay. Well,
But
Jay, I appreciate you for coming up here and being respectful, man. I will say you've been the most respectful out of any of the guests I've had today, and I do appreciate that. So I'm gonna move on to the next guest at this point. But just know I appreciate you for being respectful. But please do consider how incredibly contradictory and illogical your views are.
okay, have a good one, man. Thanks for being kind.
Yeah, you as well, Jay. You as well. Take care. We're going to get that next guest up in here. Lisa, thank you so very much for the $20 super chat over on YouTube. Let's get at least 200 W's for Lisa and all the live chats. I do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Lisa. And also, if you want to support me, you can find my Venmo, my PayPal, and the link tree in the bio, as well as over on the YouTube. What's going on? Kamala lost the election. Did you vote for Trump? Okay, I don't even know what he's doing. He's not here. So we're going to move on to the next guest. If you're in that queue, make sure that it means that you voted for Trump. Everyone just give us a minute. We got that next guest loading up here. W's for Lisa. W's for Lisa. For real. Here we go. What's up? Did he vote for Trump? Nope. Moving on to the next guest. Here we are. Phenomenal. We got the pain loading up in, guys. Go ahead and drop a MAGA for me down below in that live comment section if you want to come up and debate. Just looking for some debates, y'all. Y'all already know. We have a legion of people in here. Over 8,000 people in that TikTok live right now. Go ahead and start double tapping for me, okay? All right. Go ahead and start double tapping. Get up to 2 million likes. The live will shoot out to so many people, and we will be able to get so many debates underway. Moving on to the next guest right now. Everyone just give us a minute. Once again, drop a MAGA in that chat if you want to come up and debate. Drop a MAGA in that chat if you want to come up and debate. Then, yo.
Dean the nigger,
hello?
you want this child porn? Dean the nigger, Dean wants this child.
It's the same guest from the other day. I actually want you guys to find out who that is. So if there's anybody in here that's particularly skilled at that, feel free. They've been doing that for like a week. What's going on, LJ? How old are you?
Yo, I'm 20.
20. You said 20. Very, very.
No, I am.
interesting.
6th of May, 2004. Yeah.
What do you call lays?
Huh?
What do you call lays?
Chips.
Are you sure that you don't call
Obviously.
them crisps?
No. I'm not from the UK now.
No. Okay, what time is it?
Currently, it would be like 6 6, 21 past 6.
Ah, you fucked up. That's not an American time zone. You sold it. You sold, bro. You sold. Yo, Megan, thank you so very much for the $15 on Venmo. I want to see at least 150 big W's for Megan down below in that live chat. Thank you so much for the love, Megan. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Next guest, we got them loading up. Everyone, just give us a minute. Here we go. Mustang guys loading in. Charlie's loading in. We got a bunch of people loading into the live. Hopefully we'll have the next debate for you guys very, very shortly. Just gotta find a Trump supporter that's not scared. Quite frankly, they're all so scared. They're all so scared. So scared. Hello, Rummy. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I'm sorry.
Beast. Aaron, did you vote for Trump? Aaron, did you vote for Trump? 5, 4. I can hear myself through your phone. Speak now. Goodbye. You didn't speak. You lost your chance. Quite frankly, you lost your chance. Hello, Christian. Did you vote for Trump?
No, fuck the new car.
All right, moving on to the next guest. We got them loading up. Everyone, just give us a minute. It is so hard to find a debate. You guys are terrified, okay? Yo, Erica, thank you for the $10 super chat over on Venmo, over on YouTube. Thank you, Erica. What's up, Daniel Larson? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
17.
17, pop out. Okay. Only the children and the Brits are interested in talking to us today. How crazy is that, guys? Hey, how do I pronounce your name? Hello? They're just simply not here. Guys, wow, look at that. Hey, I just want to say this real quick. We have 8.4 thousand people in here and we can't find a single Trump supporter to debate. Imagine if you were standing in front of like Hey, how old are you?
Can I just say something?
No. Imagine that you were standing in front of a crowd of like near 10,000 people and there wasn't one human soul that was willing and able to engage in a political discussion with you about why they disagree. We've won, guys. We've won. Okay? All right? We've won. What's going on? Did you vote for Trump? Terrified. What can I say? Gagged already with one question before they even said a word. Hello, Chris. You're driving. Goodbye. Moving on to the next guest, we got the next Trump supporter loading in, guys. Keep in mind, just looking to debate people that voted for Trump. Quite frankly, yeah, it's impossible to defend. That's why nobody wants to try. What's up going on, Lil Young? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, time now.
What?
Time. What time is it?
Oh, it's 24 past 5.
Okay. Also not a time zone in America because EST would be 24 past 4. So you are in Europe. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Just give us one moment. Oh my gosh, dude. Nobody wants to debate, guys. Nobody wants to debate. Okay. If you're watching and you voted for Trump and you have a spine and you're not scared to debate me, say MAGA in that comment section. We got to start rage baiting at this point, guys. What's up, Rachel? Did you vote for Trump?
No, I just want to say I don't like to.
Then don't put MAGA in the chat. Dude.
Dean, what is child?
Same guy. Same guy. It's the same guy. Figure out who it is, please. Please. I endorse that. I endorse that. What's going on, 8OH? Did you vote for Trump? Look at that. Okay. All right. Well, at this point, we've won, guys. At this point, we've won. It's a pretty crazy feeling knowing that there's probably close to 5,000 people that voted for Trump in here that are like too scared to debate me. I've won.
Lady Martin.
How old are you?
Lady Martin.
Are you calling me a litter boy?
Lady Martin.
Did you vote for Trump? Get him off the live. Took me a second to understand what he was saying. I thought he was saying litter boy. Like a litter box. Moving on to the next guest. Everyone's terrified. Hello, PHX. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
You are one person out of 9,000 people that are willing to debate me. Why did you vote for Trump?
Well, he has good views. You know, it's just good as anybody being up there. They all want power and control.
All right. So, what are his good views that you like? What makes him a better presidential candidate than Kamala Harris?
You know what I really want to talk about is I was really interested in the IUD thing that you guys were talking about a couple minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer
It's
to
okay
just
if you
know
don't
why
wanna
you
talk
voted
about
for
it.
Trump.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure. I just wanted to talk about the IUD thing.
You sure you don't want to talk about why you voted for Trump?
Not in particular.
Dude. So you don't have any reasons why you voted for Trump? None at all?
I gotta be honest with you. No, I don't. But I did want to talk about the IUD thing. But
Oh my gosh, guys. I was wrong. I said that he was 1 out of 9,000 people that was willing to debate me, and he wasn't.
Dean, bounce on my dick. Dean, bounce on my dick. Dean, I want you to bounce on my dick.
Well, I appreciate you.
Dean,
for making that
Dean,
known.
bounce on it.
Did he vote for Trump?
No.
Okay.
Dean, bounce on it. Dean, Dean, bounce on it.
Goodbye, Dylan. Moving on to the next guest. Here we go. Adam's loading up. Phenomenal. All right. Hello, Adam. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did, bro. I did.
Why did you do that?
Because he's the GOAT, bro.
Ah, what makes him the greatest of all time?
Bro, what makes LeBron the greatest of all time? That's a dumb question. Are you stupid?
I didn't ask you what makes LeBron the GOAT. I asked you what makes Trump the GOAT.
Well, what's the difference between Trump and LeBron? LeBron's the greatest player of all time. Trump's the greatest president of all time.
Well, you'd be able to articulate...
You agree that LeBron's the greatest, right?
Of course. And you'd be able to
Okay.
articulate a reason why he's the greatest. So can you articulate a reason why Trump's the greatest?
Yeah, because he has the best. You know, like everything was just the best when he was president.
Really? We had the largest pandemic in the last 100 years.
Yeah, that wasn't his fault.
Okay,
The hell?
so what did he cause that was the best?
The economy was the best. And
Okay, what did he
everything
do
was-
to influence the economy?
Life was
to be the
amazing.
best? What did he do to make your life
I'm
amazing?
on this guy's side. I like LeBron.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Okay, Adam's a
Appreciate it.
troll. Hamburger, did you vote for Trump?
Nigger, 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 nigger.
All right, they're at his, and we got banned. Nice, super fun. We got banned for guest violations, sexually suggestive content. So because that person come up and told me to bounce on their dick, we got banned. Nice. That is just super great. We are just having a great time. This is so much fun. The best stream that we've ever had, ever. It couldn't be better. It just, yeah, things really couldn't be going better. Lisa, I appreciate you for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. What Lisa says, my 17-year-old niece is battling inoperable brain cancer and we need her petition signed. That's why I asked you to reach out. Well, Lisa, hit me up on Instagram. Text me the deets. Yeah, like this is maybe one of those streams that I'm just going to consider like not even leaving up on YouTube. That person sexually harassed me and I got banned. Yeah, great, man. Today's stream is working out great. Yeah, literally couldn't be going better. Could not be going better. Could not be going better. Erica, I appreciate you for the $1 over on Venmo saying sorry, Dean. It's okay. We deal with this stuff every so often. It pops up. It happens. It happens. Just oh. Want to claw my eyes out a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of claw and a little bit of eye. Let's see if I have any other accounts that are open. No, I don't. Yo, Winnie, thank you so much for the $100 super chat over on YouTube. Jesus Christ, Winnie. When he says, congrats on breaking 100K subscribers, all the best to you forever. That is crazy. Thank you so much for the love. That is so incredibly kind of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Winnie. I want to see so many W's for Winnie in the chat. Thank you so much. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you, Winnie. Then Eric, thank you for the $20 on Venmo saying, can anybody screen your guests? Yeah, TikTok just doesn't have that functionality. It's impossible to do. But I also appreciate you for the $20. Everyone, please show some love to Winnie and Eric. Sandra with the $10 saying that really sucks. Sorry, Dean. It's okay. I appreciate you for the $10 though. Alex, thank you for the 11 PLN. Appreciate that. Yeah. I just need a moment to kind of get my emotions in check because of how outrageously frustrating I find that to be. So mood killing. So incredibly mood killing. I mean, that's just outrageous. So it's only a 10-minute ban. Somebody in the chat just said at Dean Withers, relax. I am so incredibly relaxed considering what happened. Okay. It was only a 10-minute ban, so we'll be back on soon. Sienna, thank you for the $5 of Venmo. I appreciate you. It's not even fair. Oh, it's totally not fair. It's totally not fair. It's totally not. Somebody in the chat said, you're not relaxed. You just said that you want to claw my eyes out. Okay. I do want to claw my eyes out. But because I'm saying so in a non-aggressive tone and I'm not actually doing it, it's a very relaxed way to put my thoughts. You know what I mean? Yo, Trezzy, thank you for the $15 super chat over on YouTube. Trezzy says, Dean, I hope you know how many of us support you all these maggots is uneducated BS spamming rather than growing a pair to defend their stupidity. Congrats on the 100K milestone. We're with you. Well, first and foremost, I really appreciate you for the $15 and thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. And it is sometimes easy to forget that there's, people that support, just like when I'm in the zone of talking to the Trump supporters in and out. Mary, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Holy crap. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That is absolutely nuts. Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Everybody, please show some love to Mary. And then Sid with the $25 donation over on Venmo as well. Sid says, thank you for putting in hours every day to make the world more tolerable. We need to stigmatize people who break your boundaries. Thanks for everything that you do. Well, thank you so much for watching Nearly Every Day. You're always in here hanging out. Queen Sid, for real. And I appreciate you for the donation as well. Yeah, we need to start booing and throwing tomatoes at people that break the rules. Because sometimes it just gets unruly. And it's honestly insane. When's the next cooking live? Maybe tonight. I might be able to do a cooking live tonight. So, okay, here's the plan. We're going to go ahead and go live on the main account here again in like what? How long is the ban? Let me check. In 5 minutes, we'll be back on the main account. We'll go ahead and do another like 30 minutes to an hour on there, and then we'll go to our backup at DNC Dean account so we could stream through the computer. I apologize for the lack of debates that I have to offer you guys today. I understand that it's rather shitty. But some days you have a lot of debates, some other days you don't have many as debates. It's all in the numbers. And because we do this every day, we're bound to have some rather shitty streams. So, Marianne, I appreciate you for the $15 on YouTube Super Chat saying we're regulated. You guys are the OGs, okay? You guys are the Dean Team Dream Team. Let's go. And Zenova, thank you so much for the $20 super chat on YouTube, saying they're all taking after Charlie Kirk and running away scared when faced with an actual intelligent debater. I do think it's crazy, the very small amount of people that are willing to come up and debate. I think it's nuts. I do. I think it's incredibly nuts. Very, very, very nuts. Because I'll see live. We're back. Sorry. I'll see lives of like people that are doing debates, but like they don't have a larger platform, and they'll have like 500 people watching, and there'll be like 100 people in their queue. All right. Because no Trump, the Trump supporters like, oh, I'm going to grill this person. But I feel like after everything we've been doing since the election in politics, it is so hard to find a conservative that actually is willing to debate. And that's also probably why a lot of the conservatives that come up in requests are extra fucking dumb, is because they don't have the sense to be like, I'm going to lose a debate against this guy as the average conservative. So that's why like most of my guest requests are either like really stupid or trolls. You need to start going undercover. I know I've talked about this before, because the demographic that builds in my guest requests when Dean Withers is Dean Withersing is either really stupid Trump supporters, quite old Trump supporters, or trolls, you know? You guys scare me, bro. They scare me too. They scare me too. We have another 2 minutes until that band gets up. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm just going to go use the restroom real quick. So be patient, you guys, and I'll be right back. And we are back, chat. And before anybody says anything, the hands are washed. That's right. Before the comments start coming in, the hands are washed. Oh my God, you guys actually commented that before I even came back, okay? I should have been like screaming that, like running out of the bathroom, being like, I washed my hands before I even sat down. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. By the way, okay, we have like another minute before we get the account back. Look at the blanket. Look at this shit. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool looking? Look at that blanket. Yeah. Cool ass blanket. I actually have 2 blankets in here. So there's the first blanket. And here's the second blanket. We just got a black blanket. Jammy! $10 super chat. Saying reposting for Alex. Do you think Russia will invade Poland? No, I don't. I don't think Russia will ever want to fuck around with NATO. That's why they didn't want Ukraine to join, because they knew that they wouldn't be able to invade them. Alex with a $5 saying, hi, Dean, as a black woman, things are scary right now, and I'm unable to do a lot of things right now, but thank you for standing up for us of those who can't. Well, first of all, I do think it's important for people, especially like straight white men, to be using their voices to kind of like stand up for the good. I almost feel like it's the obligation of, you know, like a demographic of individuals who hold a lot of societal privilege, especially right now, to be standing up for what's right. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. And I love what I do. I love what I do so much. And, you know, honestly, the reason why I do what it's rooted in is really just the fact that bigotry, prejudice is always something I've seen as unfair and something that has always really pissed me off. You know, my first debate was at a restaurant where I was sitting down with my grandparents. And the waiter was this misogynistic fuckhead that didn't even glance at my grandma. Was asking my grandpa what she wanted to eat. To order for her. You know what I did? I ate him up because I had my grandma order for me. Oh, I was so pissed. I still remember that. All right, we got the account back. Let's go live. First and foremost, Carlota, thank you for the $3 over on PayPal. Thank you so much. I apologize if I butchered your name. And then also Adam, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. You guys are awesome. Okay, going live. Here we go. Ew, what? Yeah, it was gross. It pissed me off, man. All right. Where's my anxiety pin? Shit, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to go ahead and go live. Here we go. Back on the main account. Pull out the phones. Start double tapping. I'm in a bad mood. Ugh. Okay. We just need to get back into some debates. Put myself in a better mood. We just need to eat some conservatives up. Andrew and Amy, thank you both for the $5. And yes, I will try to turn this into a Spotify podcast. Hello, everybody. Tuning back into the TikTok live. Hi, guys. We're back. I've spent the last 10 minutes of my life wanting to rip my eyes out. We got banned for that one person that came up and told me to bounce on their thingaling for sexually suggested content, for guest violation. I'm pissed. But we're back now. So for everybody tuning right back into the live for the first 500 people, guys, make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 50,000 likes. So run it up. Quite frankly. Also, make sure that you're sharing this live out with a handful of friends, everybody. All right. Share this out. Share it out, you know. Also, spam that chat. Let's try to get this live bumping again. Then also, Elena, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal saying when's the next time you're going to go live and battle with Parker. Oh, we haven't done that in a while. Maybe we'll do it again here soon because those are pretty fun. But go ahead and hop in that queue if you voted for Trump. We're going to go ahead and get our first debate of the night up here right now. So let's just see who that first guest is, guys. No trolls. We're going to start banning everybody that trolls, whether it's intentional or non-intentional. If you wanted to troll or you're accidentally there. If you troll, you're going to get banned. So what's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
Hello. No, I just wanted to say.
Sorry, I didn't actually ban that guy because I feel bad. I never pull through with what I say, but please just don't do it. Yo, Rachel, thank you. Okay. Rachel, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. I appreciate you for the love, Rachel. Thank you so much. Apologize about that, you guys. Moving on to the next guest. What's going on, Retired? Did you vote for Trump? Super fun. We're doing great, guys. Just looking for debates. Go to Spam Maga down below in that live chat. Here we go. Moving on to the next guest here, guys. Everyone just give us a minute. We're going to go to get that next guest up in the live as we speak, guys. What's going on, Joe? Did he vote for Trump? All right, Joe just left. All right, you guys. Moving on to the next guest. Everyone just give us a minute. We'll get that first debate underway right now. Everyone just give us a minute. What's going on?
I know I sound like a kid. It's a speech impediment. I can tell you my exact birthday.
Okay. Moving on to the next guest. We got Austin Luddy loading up into the box. Everyone just give us a minute. Hello, did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Okay, how old are you?
35.
Okay, Austin, what year were you born in?
1987.
What's the mortgage?
Huh?
Don't worry about it, bud. Moving on to the next guest. If you can't vote, what you have for dinner? Definitely can't vote for president. So moving on. Paris, thank you so much for the $30 super chat over on Venmo. I do appreciate it. Super chat for the $30 donation on Venmo. Everyone, let's see 300 W Paris is in that live chat. Thank you so much for the love, Paris. Paris says the way that you break down arguments and challenge this nonsense in real time is so impressive. It's not just about winning debates. It's about making people think. Keep doing what you do because the world needs more of your brilliance. Well, first and foremost, Paris, I do really appreciate you for your kindness. Everyone, please show some love to Paris. Now we're going to move on to the next guest because that guest left, guys. Keep in mind, we are just looking for debates today. We are just looking for debates. So if you voted for Trump, hop in that queue. If you're in that queue and you didn't vote for Trump, you will be banned. Paris the GOAT. Paris the GOAT. Shout out Paris. What's going on, Sama? Did you vote for Trump? Great debates, man. We're just, we're really doing great. We're having a lot of fun. We're having a lot of great conversations. This live has been really insightful for so many people. What is going on, Sean? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh, I'm Canadian. Sorry. I kind of just sent it. I didn't expect to come on.
Don't send a request if you don't expect to come on. You know? That's like cooking a steak without meaning to eat. I just don't get it. We're going to move on to the next guest. So everyone just give us a minute, you guys. All right. For the 2.1 thousand people in here, appreciate you for being here. Next guest is loading up. Here we go. All right. All right. Still can't find a debate. Just going great. Having a great day of debates. Hello, Tony. Did you vote for Trump? Tony? Super happy to hear everything that you have to tell us. It's just great. Like, honestly, the information that you're sharing with us, it's information that, serves as a life, will serve a lifeline of people, so insightful. Thank you. Generational mind, truly. Hello, Liam. Did you vote for Trump? Another generational mind on the live. I mean, truly, are you the reincarnation of Einstein, Liam? Yeah. I'm gonna go to kick you just because I'm so scared of your great intelligence. I just can't do it. Can't do it, man. Can't beat you in a debate. Moving on to Boston. Here we go. I'm going crazy. Hello, James. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Age?
19.
What year were you born in?
2000, shoot, 5.
Yeah, super great, man. 19 for sure, because you don't even know what year you were born in. Super great. Super great, James. See you later, man. Moving on. Just gonna get Nolan up here. Just give us a minute. Nolan, age?
18.
What year were you born in?
December 31st, 2006.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You wouldn't have been 18 in November. Fucking awesome. Super great. We're having a lot of fun. So much fun. This is just going great for us all. Hi, did you vote for Trump?
Of course I did.
How old are you?
22.
Okay. Why did you vote for Trump?
Why wouldn't I? Why'd you vote for Kamala?
I will happily tell you why I voted for Kamala Harris after you tell me why you voted for Trump.
Well, I voted for Trump because I thought he was the best option for our country.
And why did you think that Donald Trump was the best option for our country?
I like the economy. When it's better, things are cheaper.
Yeah, thank you so much for the answer. Okay. All right. You like when the economy is better? I have a question. What's better?
Can I finish, Dean?
Of course.
I like the economy. And I like, not having illegal aliens in our country. So.
Okay. So to first address the economy, so far as economic policy has proven to be dog shit. I mean, the Atlanta Fed went from projecting 4% growth in our GDP in the first financial quarter of 2025 to a 3% recess, not to mention quickest free falls in the stock market since the 2008 recession. Consumer confidence is at a low since the pandemic, and this policy will only benefit people making over $395,000 per year, according to the Institute on Taxation and Economics. So your first claim there is false. Second claim, I don't think we should call humans illegal aliens. It's kind of cringe and dehumanizing.
I do not care if it is dehumanizing. They are illegal aliens in our country. I don't care.
You don't care if it's dehumanizing?
No, I do not.
Okay, so just to clarify, are you okay with white people calling black people the N-word because you don't care if it's dehumanizing and harmful?
If they're not here illegally, I don't think anybody should say the N-word. You did. Clearly you don't think it's dehumanizing.
What kind of argument is that?
Well, you said it, so I mean, let's be honest.
So if I condemn my usage of the N-word when I was 14, this means that I've had personal growth and I don't hold the same beliefs I did then today.
Absolutely.
So I just think it's a little bit of a straw man.
Wait, it's a what?
It's just like a straw man. Like, you're basically saying that personal growth is hypocritical, and that argument just simply doesn't land with any rational mind ever.
Yes, it does. So how are you going to talk about a white person saying the N-word to a black person?
Wait. Tell me how personal growth is hypocritical.
I never said personal growth is hypocritical. I think personal growth is amazing.
You understand that I'd condemn 14-year-old Dean saying the N-word just like any other white guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But you said it.
So then I'm being consistent.
But don't talk on it if you've said it.
Oh, wait. What was the issue with me telling other individuals to not say the N-word if I'd say that to myself?
Well, Dean, here's the thing. I've heard you say multiple times, once a Trumpy, always a Trumpy. Once a maggot, always a maggot.
What? Whoa, you have never heard me say that ever before.
I have.
Every single... Wait.
Multiple times.
You understand that if you're once a Trump supporter, always a Trump supporter, that would apply to me. We got a ban for guest violations, hate speech, and hateful behaviors because of the person that came up saying they were nice. Great. Super fun. Awesomeness, guys. Awesomeness. Super great, man. So much fun, man. So much fun. Nice. Yeah. We get the DNC Dean account back in 2 minutes from a day ban. We're going to go live on there. We'll try it out. If we get a third ban for the day, we're just going to go to an in early. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. This is crazy work. First debate after the ban, I know, bro. Can't catch a break. Again is crazy. Randall, thanks for the $5 on YouTube Super Chat, saying people keep bringing up your past. Past is a pass. Make mistakes, learn, grow, keep being you, and ignore the haters. Yeah, I mean, I do think that I'm very confident in my personal growth, you know, and I just know that when, especially Trump supporters, come up and make an argument out of it, that is seriously because they just want to reject all personal growth in myself. Because if they don't, then all of a sudden they have to accept that a 20-year-old white boy on TikTok can take more accountability than the president. And that's kind of their issue. Cooking live? Yeah, man. Honestly, didn't have Dean down as a vapor. I don't vape, bro. It's a fucking anxiety pin, man. Got that lavender caramel. Yeah, bro. We're different. Okay. All right. Come on. Let's be real, chat. I would never do something like that in my life. Oh boy. All right, you guys. We get the DNC Dean account back in 1 minute. We'll have some fun. We'll go on there and debate. Jeez, dude, we are getting fucked today. We are getting fucked today by TikTok. What is this bullshit? I can't stand it. Just do the cooking live. We might, bro. We might, quite frankly. All right, for the 3.2 thousand people in here, we will regain access to our DNC Dean account, go live on TikTok within the next 30 seconds. So at any point here, we'll get it back and we'll get right back to the debates. I'm going to lose my shit. I am going to lose my shit, chat. I'm going to lose my shit. Jamie with $5 saying I was gone for 5 minutes. You get banned again? Yeah. Yep. We got banned again. Isn't that some shit? So, All right. Looks like that the ban on that DNC Dean TikTok account of ours should be up by now. So let's go and load up TikTok Studio, get that stream going. Here we go, everyone. Emily, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube. Saying now you know how Parker feels. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. This is pretty nuts. It's frustrating, but I'm patient. You gotta be patient doing this, man. Not to mention, you know, I've been at this for a handful of years. TikTok will tighten their moderation, loosen their moderation, change it depending on their mood. And unfortunately, it's something that you get used to as a creator in this space. So we're used to it. It's definitely something that I wish I wasn't used to. It's definitely an issue that I didn't wish I had to deal with. But it is. And here we are. So we got access to our TikTok live studio. Amber, thank you for the $10 super chat. Dean, why do you think so many Trump supporters are Gen Z men? As a liberal millennial, I don't understand why the generation went so far right. It's because from a position of privilege, equality seems like oppression. And that's what has led a lot of young white guys, black should be fixed. And that has led a lot of young white guys to feeling like they're being oppressed by the left because the left just wants equality. I can't read any of your guys' chats, by the way. We had a bunch of lag there because we just opened up TikTok Studio. We're getting ready for the stream on there. And my computer's pretty old, and the CPU can't handle TikTok Studio running, OBS running, and like Google Chrome to watch the chat running. So we're going to go ahead and open it up on the laptop. And no lag should be fixed. Here we go. All right, you guys. You'll be able to hear me again in like 5 seconds. Just going to go ahead and unplug my mic from my phone. All right, I'm back. We're back. Just had to plug the mic in to the computer. It should be significantly louder now. There we go. All right, you guys. For everybody watching, we're going to go ahead and get ready to start our debates over on @DNCDean on TikTok. We'll get that up and running really, really shortly. We just got to do a couple of things on the laptop here, make sure our ducks are in order. Just give me 1 minute. Leanna, thank you for the 65 SEK. That's very kind of you. Thank you all the way from Sweden. Dude, how is Sweden? That is awesome. That is very, very cool. Very, very awesome. I am jealous. I've never been to Europe, and I really want to be. Never been, but I want to. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to go ahead and start that live over on DNC Dean literally right now. So pull out your phones, go to TikTok, look up DNC Dean, and we will be live there in 5 seconds. All we had to do is hit the go live button, and we're on. Isn't that great? All right, everybody. We are on. DNC Dean is too funny. Yeah, it's a little funny play on words because I'm obviously a DNC puppet. I mean, let's be real. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, I'm not in a good mood today. I'm gonna lose it. Hello, everybody tuning in to the live on @DNC Dean. It is super good to see you all. We are back on the pack up. We got banned 2 times for gas violations in a matter of like fucking minutes over on that main account. So I'm so sorry that is continually happening to us. But we are back up now. So for everybody tuning in, make sure that you're double tapping away on that phone screen. I appreciate the first 500 people being in here with me today. Just please, please, please make sure that we're double tapping. And please, please, please do share out this live with a handful of friends. And if you are one of these 600, now 700 people in that live, make sure that you're hopping in that queue if you voted for Trump. Keep in mind that we are just looking for debates with some Trump supporters. And I appreciate everyone so much for being here with me. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start focusing on that queue. If you're in that queue, make sure that it means you voted for Trump. All right, everyone. Just give us 1 minute. We got Ronan loading up into the box. Hello, how old are you?
Hello?
That is a baby. So we're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go. If you're in that queue, make sure that it means that you voted for Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Please stay out of that queue. If you are a liberal, riding with Biden, etc., because we are just looking for debates, you guys. But I am happy to be here with you guys today. We're going to try to get that mood up by hopefully getting our first debate underway. What is up? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
All right. How old are you?
28.
28. And why did you vote for Trump?
Because I'm an immigrant, and what's happening now with illegal immigrants is just unfair to me.
Okay, the existence of undocumented migrants in America, how's that unfair to you?
Not the existence, but like the process they go through versus the process that I went through.
Well,
if it makes sense.
What I think is unfair to you is that the American government has neglected legal processes of migration for essentially all of modern American history, made them significantly more difficult than they should be, which has caused undocumented migration into America, yes. But that is who you're getting slapped into the face by, is by the American government. So I guess, can you agree that bad processes of legal migration is what causes mass undocumented migration?
I don't think so.
Okay, what causes undocumented migration?
I think we all come to this country for like one reason.
Yeah, but you're just saying that they
undocumented.
But you're saying that they migrated for a better life. But my question is, why do they choose to migrate with use of undocumented means compared to legal means?
Because maybe it's not available to them.
Okay, and why aren't the legal means available to them?
What do you mean?
Why do they not have legal means of migration into America available to them?
I mean, they just cross the border and come here and they just bypass everything.
Well, I'm asking you why they do that. I'm asking you why they enter into the country with use of undocumented means. It's not like they do it for fun, right? Undocumented migration sucks. So why do they choose to migrate with the use of undocumented means compared to legal means?
I get what you say. It's just like because the legal means aren't like the best.
Precisely.
If it makes
sense. So like neglected bad legal means of migration is what causes undocumented migration. So what does Donald Trump propose to do to fix the legal processes of migration?
I don't think he's proposing too much, but I think he wants to deport illegal immigrants, which is I support.
Okay, name one way that undocumented migrants in America that have not committed violent crimes hurt you, me, or anybody else.
It's just as I said. I feel it's unfair for people to not to go through the same thing that I went through, and for them to have the same things that
Okay,
I
so
do.
so even if a mass deportation is bad for ethical implications, humanitarian implications, it's bad for the economy and bad for America as a whole, you just want them to be deported because they would have an easier way to become a citizen or a resident than you did. So my question to you is, if there was like a 60-year-old woman in 1920 in America that argued it's unfair that these newly 18-year-old women get to vote when she didn't get to vote all of her life, would you support her in that cause? To instantiate that women should continue to have lost the right, it should have continued to go without the right to vote because it would have been unfair to women that live the entirety of their lives without the right to vote.
I think you're comparing like apples to oranges at this point.
No, it's not comparing apples to oranges. You're literally saying that you don't want undocumented migrants to have an easier pathway to residency or citizenship because you had a hard one. But I thought that the point of America and the tenets that America stands on is making life easier for all and making sure that your children live a better life than you did.
I don't want them to have like a harder path, but I want them to have the same path.
You want them to have the same path. So you want to make sure that all continued migrants into America use the same depraved, neglected, bad pathways to residency and citizenship as you did, even though they could be significantly easier. You just think it'd be unfair to you since you had to go through the hard ones, right?
No, if it's like a legal means, if they like pass legislation for that, then yes, they can like have an easier way. But
okay,
to
so
just
you'd
go and
support
bypass everything that.
So you'd support mass amnesty for all undocumented migrants, offering all nonviolent undocumented migrants in America a pathway to residency or citizenship merely because it'd be legal?
What do you mean, sir?
Would you support not deporting undocumented migrants, but rather offering them a pathway to residency or citizenship?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so then what do you disagree with me on? Because that's a liberal view. Congratulations, you're a leftist.
No, I'm not like a right-wing person, but like the only reason I voted for Trump, among others, is the immigration system because.
Well, we agreed that Donald Trump is going to do nothing to fix the immigration system.
I think he would.
Okay, but then tell me, what is his policy to fix the legal processes of immigration that cause undocumented entry into America, please?
It's already begun with deportations.
Wait, a mass deportation does nothing to fix the legal means of entry to America. What does a mass deportation do to fix the legal means of entry into America?
It does because now entry is at a record low. So
what? Can you repeat
can't
that for
argue
me?
that. Entry to the U.S. from illegal means it's at record lows right now.
But what does that do to fix the legal processes of migration? We agreed that the root cause of undocumented migration is depraved, neglected, and slow, poor legal means of entry into our country. What does Donald Trump want to do to fix those legal means?
I just said that.
No, you didn't. Slowing undocumented migration by deploying troops at the border does nothing to change the legal process that migrants would undergo given a legal pathway to citizenship or residency. It changes nothing in their process that we both agreed was bad.
But it changes, and I told you how.
No, it doesn't. No, name one way that reducing undocumented migration by deploying troops to the southern border changes the legal process of migration for anybody.
It changes because it reduces the people who are coming.
Reductions of undocumented migrants changes the legal processes of migrations. How?
It's already dead. It's already dead. I just said that. It has reduced it, hasn't it?
But that has nothing to do with the legal processes of migration. I have a question. If we had 1,000 undocumented migrants coming into America today, would the legal process of migration be any different?
I don't get you, sorry.
If we had 1,000 undocumented migrants coming into America today, would the legal processes of migration be any different?
No.
If we had 0 undocumented migrants coming into America today, would the legal processes of migration be any different?
No, but the thing.
Perfect. So then, no. The thing that I'm asking you is to tell me what Donald Trump wants to do to fix the legal processes of migration.
We do have legal processes right now, right?
I'm asking you what Donald Trump wants to do to make them better.
Okay, I'm just saying. Let me have like this thought with you. We have legal processes right now that I have followed, right?
Are you going to answer my question?
You have to answer mine first.
You followed the legal processes of migration. Now answer my question.
No, we have a legal process right now, right? Everybody is following them.
There is legal processes of migration.
Yeah. So why would they like bypass them and not go through everything?
That was the first question that I asked you and got you to agree on. We agreed that the root cause of undocumented migration into America was neglected, poor, and ineffective legal processes of migration. Yeah. Exactly. So what does Donald Trump want to do to make the legal processes better?
The legal processes exist like this for a reason.
Wait, so you don't think that the legal processes can be better?
They can, but they are this way for a reason.
Wait, if you're saying that they're this way for a reason, you're basically saying that they should be this way. So you're saying that the legal processes of migration should not be better, right?
They should be better.
Okay, so then there's no reason for them to be as they are, or else it wouldn't be the case that they should be better. So then answer my question. What is Donald Trump doing to make the legal processes of migration better, since we can both agree that they should be better?
Can I answer the first question first?
This is the first question. This is the only question I've been asking you for the last 10 minutes.
No, the first question was about the legal processes, and you said, how can we make them better, or how can Trump make them better, right?
What is Trump doing to make them better? If you don't answer the question, I'm going to kick you. You have about 30 seconds.
This is not the question that I want to answer.
Okay, then I'm going to go and kick you, move on to the next guest, and find somebody that will answer it. I do appreciate you for the time. We're going to go and move on to the next guest. Everyone, what's going on? Chrissy, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
29.
29. Awesome. One moment. I do have a couple people to thank here real quick. First and foremost, Gerard. Thank you so much for the $30 donation over on Venmo. I do really appreciate you for that love, Gerard. Everybody, please show some love to Gerard down below in that comment section. I really appreciate that. You are so incredibly kind. At least 300 W's for Gerard, as well as Christian with the $25 donation over on PayPal. Thank you so much, Christian. 250 W Christians down below in the live chats. Thank you both so very much. And then, of course, Frog with the $10 super chat on YouTube, and Wi-Fi with the $10 super chat on YouTube. What is going on? New guests. Oh wait, you already told us you voted for Trump. Why did you vote for Trump?
3 years ago, me and my family came to America, and then we started to eat the dogs. We started to eat the cats. And,
okay.
Sorry, man. I love you.
I appreciate you for the love. We're going to get that next guest up in here. We got Anton loaded into the live, guys. If you're on that queue, make sure that means that you voted for Trump, y'all. Everybody just give us a minute. What is going on? How old are you? Hello?
39.
39? What year were you born in?
19.
Not 39. We got the next guest, Bruce, loading up. What's going on, Bruce? Did you vote for Trump?
Yo.
Age, please.
I'm 18.
What year were you born in? Yeah, get out of here. You're not 18. Moving on to the next guest. We got American Prosperity loading up into that live, everyone. So do just give us a minute. Hello, American Prosperity. Did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
All right. How old are you?
27.
Great. So, first of all, your bio is wild. I want to go ahead and read this guy's bio out for everybody watching. Jesus, America, Prosperity, and MAGA. Are you real? Or are you an NPC?
I'm like, what? Say that again.
Are you real or are you an NPC? Don't worry about it.
What's an NPC? What is that? What's that?
Don't even worry about it. Just why did you vote for Trump?
Because I believe he represents what America needs right now.
Okay. So tell me what
that doesn't mean I agree with him 100% though.
So tell me what America needs right now and tell me how Donald Trump represents it.
America needs strong leadership. America needs a return to policies that bring prosperity. America needs a return to common sense, basically.
Okay, so why do you think that Donald Trump is a more commonsensical, strong leader than Kamala Harris? Is it maybe the fact that he thinks windmills cause cancer, he won the 2020 election, or that he lied over 30,000 times during his first presidency?
It's none of that.
Okay, so what is it?
America needed a president that could secure the border,
Okay.
that could make strong policies that would bring manufacturing jobs back to the States, which in turn will create prosperity for everyday Americans. America needed a president who would stand up for America. America actually needed a president who would
fight
return
for
this country
America.
to its values of free speech and freedom of religion. And these things are so important.
Okay.
These are values that are essentially fundamental. And if you call yourself somebody who desires to be the president of the United States and you do not value free speech, you do not deserve to be the president of this country that fought so hard to be free.
Okay,
from
so
things like
Donald
control.
Trump doesn't deserve to be president, as he doesn't value free speech, as he called the
No, he
media
does
illegal,
value-
right?
He didn't call media illegal. That's a lie.
No, he did. 2 mornings ago, he was speaking at the headquarters of the
called
DO.
them fake news, which
No, he
is
called-
a fact.
He called them illegal 2 mornings ago at the headquarters of the Department of Justice. Donald Trump called CNN
He said the way they
and
spread fake
MSNBC
news should be illegal, but it's not. It should be, but it's not.
Oh,
I watched that.
okay.
Bro,
So
you cannot
if you
lie to
agree,
me because I watched that live. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So if you agree with Donald Trump, then you don't value free speech, as freedom of the press is protected under the First Amendment of the American
Freedom of
Constitution.
the press is protected, but the press has a responsibility not to spew fake news.
Wait, tell me where, like, specifically.
Do they or do they not
Okay.
have a responsibility not to spew fake news?
It depends. It depends.
How can that depend, bro?
Because
Obviously,
because in
your
order
position is clearly
in
biased,
order
so
for
you do not believe in
No,
intellectual
no,
honesty
I-
and
can I
professional
finish?
responsibility from the media. That's what you're trying to say right now.
No, it
you do not
literally
believe in
it literally
intellectual
depends.
honesty and professional.
I want
responsibility from
I want to expand upon my answer there, because according to the law, it literally depends. Can I explain how?
Oh my god, bro! Don't even explain, because if you explain, you just be defending something that is already clearly so wrong. But you're free. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay,
I
right.
clearly just asked you a simple question.
Okay.
Do you
just
believe
waiting
in
for my chance to
intellectual
respond.
honesty?
Yes, I believe in intellectual
and
honesty.
professional responsibility.
Yes, I believe in intellectual honesty and professional
So
responsibility. However, if you
do,
allow
that
me to
means
finish,
you do not support the bias that comes from the mainstream media on an overwhelming scale.
Okay, so I do not support intellectual dishonesty. I do not support fake news. I do not support misinformation. However, it is the case that in accordance with the Constitution and what precedents have been set by courts time and time again, okay, misinformation, if it does not lead to the defamation of one's character, the loss in revenue, is not illegal. It is the case that misinformation directed in a sense to cause harm to an individual or entity, which causes a loss in revenue, can be adjudicated and responsibility.
Bro, this is how they always say a lot of words just to defend things that are just not right commonsensically. Bro, you don't need too many words or too much heavy lifting or intellectual gymnastics to know that intellectual dishonesty is absolutely wrong. That is misleading the general public.
We're not discussing.
And that is absolutely wrong.
We're not discussing what's wrong. We're discussing what's constitutionally protected and what's not constitutionally protected.
So, free speech is constitutionally protected, but that's not the question I asked you. I asked you a question.
Some misinformation. Some misinformation is also constitutionally protected. Yes.
No. Misinformation is not constitutionally protected. What is protected is free speech.
No, it literally is. Wait, does misinformation fall under free speech?
Bro, the concept of free speech has been vastly interpreted to accommodate.
Okay. I just have a question.
I want to let you know.
Wait. I just want to talk real quick. If you don't think, let me talk.
What he did was extremely powerful.
Okay, so if you don't think that misinformation is constitutionally protected and should be criminalized, do you think that Donald Trump should spend the rest of his life in jail for telling over 30,000 confirmed lies during his first presidency, while also telling the biggest lie ever told by any sitting president with his denial of the outcome of the 2020 election?
Look, if they're gonna lock up President Trump, then they should lock up everybody in the mainstream media.
Okay,
including you.
Okay. Oh, wait, why should I be locked up?
Because you obviously support misinformation. From the way you speak, from the way you defend it, argue with it, do all this intellectual gymnastics just to try to say it's okay.
Hey, sir, I have a question. Okay. Do you think that the usage?
Because you're saying if it should be criminalized, then Trump should be locked in jail for blah 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 years. I'm saying then if they're gonna lock up Trump, they should go ahead and lock up Trump and lock up everybody else in the mainstream media, and all the people in the Democratic Party.
Okay.
Because they've been spewing misinformation on a dramatic scale in just the last like 40 days.
Can you name one
insane,
bit?
bro.
Can you name one bit of misinformation that I've shared?
No. I'm not saying you've even shared misinformation,
So then why
but you
can't we lock
actually
down?
have.
Okay, name
But
it.
you actually have,
Then name
because
it.
I can tell you right now.
Name it.
You
Name one
said
thing that I
Donald
repeat
Trump
every single day
called-
that's misinformation.
You said Donald Trump called what's it called? The media illegal.
Yeah, you did.
That's not true.
Okay.
He said the way that they spread fake news should be illegal. These are fundamentally different things.
Assuming that he said that it should be illegal, doesn't this make it significantly worse? Because he's then therefore advocating for, like, knowingly advocating for a constitutional violation?
It's only advocating. Since when has advocacy been a bad thing? Everybody advocates for anything they want to advocate for.
Wait, so
And
you
that's-
think
that's-
any and all
that's
forms of
fine.
advocacy are okay as long as they're advocacy? Do
Bro,
you think that
people-
advocacy for white supremacy is not a
Like,
bad
for
thing?
instance, right now, look at all this
No,
advocacy.
you're got me. Do you think that advocacy for white supremacy is not a bad thing? Unmute.
You keep muting me. Can you keep
I
muting
do,
my mic, bro?
because you're-
Don't do that. Stop
Because you're
muting my
interrupting
mic.
me and acting like a man-child.
I'm not interrupting you. You interrupted me,
So
and
then
I
if-
have to respond to you
Answer
because
my
you're
question.
trying
Is
to
advocacy for white
misrepresent
supremacy
my
a bad
position. You're trying to misrepresent my position. White supremacy is a terrible thing, and that is why it was done away with in this country. It was done away with. White supremacy has been removed from the systematic American experience, and you know this is a fact. But leftism and mainstream media keeps trying to push this propaganda that although all of the races are oppressed, only the whites are privileged. And by the way, which is one of the major reasons the liberal movement is, the liberal wing is losing people. I've literally seen people tell their stories of how when they were in the liberal wing, they felt they were oppressed. But somebody talked common sense to them and said, think about your life. Are you really oppressed? Is the white man really holding you back? And they realized that no, the white man is not holding me back. And then you have literal white people say that they even started to feel depressed because of how much they consumed the propaganda that they are a privileged class, when in actual fact they have the same struggles as everyday Americans. They gotta work, they gotta pay taxes, pay mortgage, this, that. So what are you guys even all about? It's
Are
just
you done?
manipulation,
Let
bro.
me know when you're done.
It's manipulation.
Is it my turn to speak now?
Yes,
you
sir.
fucking man-child? Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and dispute a couple of things that you've said.
Okay, now you
Okay.
cursing at
Five,
me, insulting me.
4.
But I
Wait,
won't
what happened to free
insult you.
speech,
I
you
will not-
communist?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You see?
5.
So now you've
4,
broken down
3.
to insult.
Perfect. So we're gonna go to dispute a lot of the things that you've said so far. The first thing that I want to dispute, right, is the fact that you believe that I'm spreading misinformation by saying that Donald Trump called the media illegal. I'm gonna go ahead and play you a clip of Donald Trump calling the media illegal.
Bad about me are political arms of the Democrat Party. And in my opinion, they're really corrupt and they're illegal. What they do is illegal. It makes no difference how big of it.
So go ahead and apologize for
He said,
being wrong.
in his opinion, what they do, his opinion is not the law. He said, in his opinion, because why? They spread misinformation.
Okay,
Now,
so
is
so
his
then you
opinion
agree, so
the
then
law?
you agree
No.
that Donald Trump
He's
called
just
CNN and
suggesting.
MSNBC
He said
illegal.
that is his opinion, his suggestion.
What does
It
it
should
mean?
be
I have a
illegal.
question. What does it mean?
That's it.
What does it mean for something to be illegal?
That is, it directly violates the laws of the land. That is illegal.
So, in Donald Trump's opinion, CNN and MSNBC are in violation of law.
That is his personal opinion, but are they? That's a that's a
Thank
matter
you so much for the
courts.
motorcycle. Okay,
You
so this is one example of how Donald Trump wants to infringe upon the constitutional rights of organizations and people, because it is the case that in this clip, Donald Trump calls the free press illegal, saying that existing as an entity of press is illegal, which is false, and that's a constitutional violation. Okay, it's also the case that he's advocated for individuals that burn the American flag to be thrown in jail for a year when that is also in violation of one's constitutional right to freedom of expression as protected under the First Amendment of our Constitution and as unruled by the Supreme Court in the 1970s. Donald Trump advocates for constitutional violations and spews authoritarian fascist rhetoric that mimics leaders such as Putin or Kim Jong-un. So when you tell me that you voted for Trump because of free speech and he mimics authoritarian fascist rhetoric contradicting the Constitution, you sound insane.
Who has single-handedly dismantled cancel culture is against free speech. How can you even say that?
Donald Trump has.
He has dismantled cancel culture.
Donald Trump.
He has dismantled all
Donald Trump is the largest perpetuator of
expression.
Donald Trump is such a baby. He was on Truth Social 2 months ago saying that E. Jean Carroll, the lady that accused him of rape and had it proved in court, should be thrown in jail. He literally thinks that the individual he raped and a court adjudicated that claim to be true should be fucking imprisoned. What do you mean he's against cancel culture?
You are defaming Donald Trump right now. He is not a rapist. And you know that ABC had to literally pay this man $15 million for that false accusation. Just like not too long ago.
False. Can I explain to you what actually happened?
Bro, I know what happened. You don't have to explain to me.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain to you what happened. So, no, it is not the case that ABC was held liable in court for calling Trump a rapist. It is rather the case that ABC decided to settle.
I know what happened. They decided to settle because they didn't want to.
ABC decided to settle outside of court, okay? However, the claim that Donald Trump is a rapist is true, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate this to you. So, first of all, do you agree, right, that the penetration of a woman's female member with the fingers of a man or any part of a man is grape?
Hello? Say that again. What did you say?
Can we agree that in the way that we both define grape, that the penetration of a woman's female member with a man's fingers would be included under that definition?
Rape? You talking about rape?
Yeah, grape.
Bro,
So
I'm not
grape,
hearing
please.
you clearly. Can you speak? Why are you speaking so low? You were speaking so loudly.
Can we agree that the penetration of a female member with a man's fingers, right, is grape?
Yes, of course, without consent. Without consent, that is harassment, that is assault.
Donald Trump was held liable in a civil court for penetrating E. Jean Carroll's female member with his fingers, meaning that you believe that Donald Trump was held liable for grape.
Bro, if you keep muting me, you are just being very silly, bro, because that's not how to have this discussion we need. You mute me so you can speak and spew your propaganda. That's what I see you doing clearly. Don't make me have to struggle just to unmute my mic, bro. What kind of, how is this an open dialogue if you keep, using the power you have to silence my microphone?
Right. Can you respond to what I said?
I told you to define female member. Define that to me. That is not clear to my mind. I don't have an understanding of what that means.
I can't. Whatever. Vagina. I don't know if the live will get taken down for that. At this point, I don't give a shit.
But he wasn't found liable for that. He was found liable for sexual harassment, or is it assault? No, not assault. For sexual harassment, which are technically very different things under the law. Very different things. And ABC decided to settle because
So the action that he was held liable for doing was a penetration of her female member with his fingers. The court classified this as sexual abuse because in the state of New York at the time, they defined rape as the penetration of the female member with a male member. But the first question I asked you was, do you consider the penetration of a female member with a man's fingers to be grape? And you said yes. So colloquially speaking, you agree that the action that court called sexual abuse is something you call grape.
Bro, and it has even been exposed that they had to go manipulate the laws in New York, change things, bro. That case was 100% biased, that's for sure. Also, the personality who talked.
So we could talk about the fact that you believe the outcome of the court case was biased and false after we can discover that the action he was held liable for is grape. Don't pivot. I want to talk about the claim that you made. You made the claim that Donald Trump was not held liable for grape. Before we get on to how you don't believe the outcome of the court case, let's first just merely discuss what he was held liable for. So can you please concede now that you do believe that Donald Trump was held liable for grape because you colloquially understand the penetration of one's female member with man's fingers to be grape, and that is the action in which they held him liable for doing?
Under manipulated law, yeah, that's what they did. So under manipulated law, logically, I would have to agree because the law was clearly manipulated, the case was clearly manipulated, the personality was clearly a manipulated personality.
Okay.
The districts in which Trump's cases were held were 80 to 98% Democrat districts. The judges were people who have been found to have sentiments for the liberal left. Like, how is that a fair case? And the personality who actually accused Mr. Trump is a serial accuser because that's probably how she earns her living. She's not somebody who is honest.
What's her name?
So I don't care right now. I don't even want to remember, bro.
Her name's E. Jean Carroll. Name two other men E. Jean Carroll's accused of grape.
I don't even want to remember.
Name two other men E. Jean Carroll's accused of grape.
You have to give me a moment to check. I don't want to remember such BS, bro.
Name two other men E. Jean Carroll's accused of grape. Do it.
I cannot name them for you in this
So then
moment.
how do you know that
have
she's
to
a
allow me to
serial
look it up.
accuser?
Because I already checked this out from before when the whole thing was going on.
I don't believe you. You didn't even know her name. How could you possibly know other men she's accused of grape?
Bro, you do realize it is possible to forget people's names, right?
I don't think it's possible to forget her name if you somehow
Oh my
remember that
God.
she's a serial accuser of so many other
So
men.
you think it's not possible to forget names?
Yeah, not
Oh
if
my
you
God.
remember
Are you-
like all these other men that
Bro,
she's
you can
serially accused
remember
in the
a
evidence
story
of.
that you read. You can remember matters that you read.
Give me the name of two other men that she's accused of grape.
Names are specific words that is possible to forget. That's what
Okay,
I'm
so
trying to
go
right now.
go online, go find the name of two other men she's accused of grape. Okay, he actually just left. He didn't even go online. We're doing great today, chat. We're gonna get that next guest up in the live literally right now. We got Owen loading in as we speak. He didn't. He just left. So yeah. What's up, Owen? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right, real quick before I do have you start, I need to go and thank a couple people. First of all, that Alien, thank you so much for the $20 donation over on YouTube Super Chat. At least 200 big W's for Alien. Alien says, just found out that my brother is transphobic, homophobic, and made great jokes to his ex-girlfriend. Just, oh my God, Alien, I'm so sorry. Please reach out if you want to talk. Join my Discord, please. Sadra, thank you for the $5 over on YouTube Super Chat. And then additionally here, I'd like to thank Thomas with the $20 on Venmo. Jennifer with the $20 on Venmo. Thank you, Thomas and Jennifer. Everybody, please show some love to Thomas and Jennifer, as well as Iona with the $10 on PayPal, guys. Thank you so much for the love. And Owen, Mr. Sir, why did you vote for Donald J. Trump?
His foreign policy, economic policy, immigration policy.
Real quick, how do you?
I'm 19.
19 years old. Perfect. Awesome. As well as everybody coming in here from Johnny's stream. I appreciate you so much for being here. And then also Carrie with the $20 donation on PayPal. Thank you, Carrie. Carri. Thank you so much for the love. W Carrie's in the chat. All right. Where do you want to start? Foreign policy, immigration policy, or economic policy?
We can do immigration policy.
Oh, great. I have a phenomenal first question to ask you. Can you name one policy that Donald Trump has either already implemented or wants to implement to serve as a long-term solution with issues at the southern border to reduce undocumented entry?
I cannot do that.
So then why do you think he has good immigration policy?
Because he's deporting a lot of illegal immigrants.
Great. Name one way that undocumented migrants in our country that have not committed violent crimes hurt you, me, or America as a whole.
You said not criminals, like people who aren't violent. They don't hurt it, I guess. I don't know.
They don't hurt it. Okay, and here's 3 ways that they help it. So undocumented migrants as a demographic pay $100 billion in taxes on the federal, state, and local level, serving as productive providers not only to our government, but also to the economy, as migrants as a whole are projected to add $1.7 trillion to the GDP in the next 10 years. So I'm able to articulate ways that undocumented migrants help America. You're unable to articulate ways in which undocumented migrants hurt America. We can agree that there's an issue that these individuals are not documented and do not have residency or citizenship. So why don't we, instead of doing a mass deportation to resolve the issue, we just offer them a pathway to residency or citizenship so they can continue to be productive providers that don't hurt and only help our country.
Yeah. I mean, the problem with that is there's not enough money in the courts right now. So, immigration court takes too long. And I mean, I do believe that Kamala's immigration plan was gonna fund those courts.
Well, I mean, yeah, alongside a plan of mass amnesty to offer all undocumented migrants that have not committed violent crimes a pathway to residency or citizenship to continue to help America at a higher degree, right? We just further fund the courts.
Right, but I mean, what about all the money they would take to house those actual like criminals in prison? Like that would take
The ones
money.
that have committed undocumented migrants, I'm fine with that. Would you be okay with spending your tax dollars on preventing some child rape?
What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Would you be okay with spending your tax dollars on the prevention of some child rape?
Yeah, I would.
So then why aren't you okay with spending your tax dollars on keeping like child rapists, undocumented migrants in American jails?
I don't know.
See what I mean? That's a good
think-
point, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you do have a good point. I think that I definitely think there is a problem. I think that it is a really complicated problem to either release those people and deport them back to the country, but again, they can just come back. They can just come back over the border again because, you know, it's not totally 100% secure.
So why do you support mass deportation over mass amnesty when mass deportation only has downsides and mass amnesty only has upsides?
I just think at the moment, since what Trump is doing is, you know, deporting people and not putting money in the courts, that's just kind of what we have to go with.
Okay,
And
so
I-
you're just saying whatever the current legal processes that exist are the ones that we should go with?
Yes, because he's.
So,
are-
so
is
when
he
gay
gonna
marriage was
change his-
illegal, gay marriage should have been illegal?
Wait, what'd you say?
When gay marriage was illegal, gay marriage should have been illegal?
Huh?
When gay marriage was illegal, it should have been illegal because we should go with the laws that exist.
I guess.
When slavery was legal, slavery should have been legal because we should go with the laws that exist.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, that was confusing. My fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then your argument that you agree with mass deportation because that's the law, right, is a fallacy because just because something's a law doesn't mean it should be the law.
I mean, they are illegal, so.
But I've already demonstrated to you how mass deportation only has downsides and mass amnesty only has upsides, okay? And both ways would remove undocumented migrants from our country. If we were to make every undocumented migrant in America that has not committed violent crimes, how many undocumented migrants would be in America?
None.
None, right? But it comes with the upside of we're addressing and conforming to humanitarian and ethical concerns, and we're continuing to have $100 billion in taxes paid into our federal, state, and local systems, and we're continuing to have these individuals that are productive providers provide into the American economy and GDP, boosting average qualities of lives.
How do you know what the percentage they support the GDP with?
So migrants as a whole, right, are projected to add $1.7 trillion to the American GDP in the course of the next 10 years, which includes the demographic of undocumented migrants. However, I don't know what that percentage is made up by undocumented migrants.
Okay. I mean, I also kind of believe that, I mean, his deportation was, you know, I think that Trump is a bit racist. I mean,
Was Kamala Harris racist?
no.
So why would you rather vote for the racist over the non-racist?
I mean, I guess I could say that I'm regretting my vote.
Beautiful. Hey, man.
A
Well,
little bit, yeah.
Midnight, I appreciate you for the galaxy. Oh, and I appreciate you for coming up. I'm happy to hear that you may be starting to regret your vote. Honestly, what I'd recommend is just, you know, tuning in, listening to the stream. This is a great place to be, to maybe learn more, see from a liberal perspective what you agree and don't agree with.
Yeah, wait, before you kick me off, could we talk about abortion really quick? Because
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
so I mean, for me, abortion, I mean, I know I'm a guy, so I don't have a ton of say on this, but I think that, you know, it still can be discussed by males. I think that, you know, I am like kind of in between. I'm not either pro-life or pro-choice because I think in some situations like that of medical or rape, abortion should be allowed, right?
So I describe that as a pro-life view. If you think that the exception should be allowed, but all elective abortion should be illegal, I still do think that's a pro-life view. So why do you think that all elective abortions should be illegal?
Because I mean, it is killing a child, and I don't think, you know, the reason was I just don't want to have the baby. I don't think that's a good enough reason to abort a child. I don't think that's correct.
Name every single reason why elective abortions are wrong, or is that your only reason?
Because it kills a child.
Because it kills a child. So you think it's wrong because it kills a kid?
Yeah, and I think that you mean if it's not going to hurt the mother and it wasn't a grape situation and it wasn't a medical situation, I just think that
Okay.
that's not fair.
I just want to ask you a quick question. What makes that fetus valuable?
Because of what it's going to become. Like the fetus will become a baby and it will become a adult. It will become a human.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think it makes it murder to kill a fetus then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Is it murder to kill a unicellular zygote because it'll be a baby or an adult in the future?
I mean, again, abortion is really complicated. I think that you are getting to your point. I understand what you're going to get to. So no, I think not. I don't think that is murder.
Well, that's a contradiction in your beliefs because both the fetus
Yeah.
and the zygote have a future like ours.
Yeah. So
Would
I
you
mean,
would you agree that we shouldn't legislate on the basis of contradictory beliefs?
no, and that's just why I think it's difficult to like talk about it. No, I don't.
Well, I don't think this is difficult at all. I think that this is very cut and dry. You think abortion's wrong, but your reasons why you think abortion's wrong are self-admittedly contradictory. You also agree that we shouldn't legislate on the basis of contradictory beliefs. So how about you support every single woman and girl's access, although you think it's wrong, because the reasons you think it's wrong are contradictory.
Yeah, I mean, it is like her choice and stuff, and I get like if someone just doesn't want to have a baby just because they don't want to have it. I mean, I get that reason, but I also get that it is still killing a child. So I get both sides. And
Well,
that's why
I'm just merely saying, think it's wrong, but just think that you don't have the ability to make that say by by deploying and voting for legislation to prevent
right.
another woman.
I mean,
from
no one
access.
who wants to have an abortion, like no one wants to have an abortion. No
Okay.
one's like yes.
Owen, I just want to clear this up.
Yeah.
Do you admit that your reasons why you think abortion is wrong are contradictory?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we ever legislate on the basis of contradictory beliefs?
No.
So we should never legislate on a woman's access to abortion to ban it.
What are you saying?
I think I made myself clear. We should never, you would never vote for pro-life legislation because your reasons for doing so are contradictory.
Yeah.
Then you're pro-choice and you agree with Kamala Harris.
I mean, again, like this is just what I stand by, and like I don't think it's gonna be like changed. I think.
Well, what you
that-
stand by is what the Democrats stand by, not legislating on a woman's access to abortion and allowing them to make that decision for themselves. You hold the Democrat view.
I mean, not totally 100%. Like if it's like, well, I just don't want to have a child. I accidentally got pregnant. I don't think that's reasonable.
But you told me that you shouldn't be able to legislate on that because your reasons why you think that's wrong are contradictory.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So keep thinking it's wrong. Okay. Just advocate for every woman to be able to think something differently because the
Yeah.
reasons you think it's wrong are contradictory. That's a completely compatible view with supporting the codification of federal protections for every woman and girl's access to abortion.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't Trump going to leave the decision up to the states though?
Yeah, but that still means that he's anti-abortion. For
Yeah,
instance,
then-
Robert E. Lee wanted to leave the decision up to the states to legalize or criminalize slavery. Was he pro-slavery?
No.
Robert E. Lee was the leader of the Confederacy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he was not pro-slavery. Yeah. Okay. No, he was pro-slavery. Sorry. Jesus.
Precisely. So he was pro-slavery because he
Yeah.
thought that it should be in the hands of the state. So if Donald Trump thinks that it should be in the hands of the state to legislate on a woman's access to abortion and ban it, well, he's anti-abortion. Do you
Yeah.
think that state should be able to ban abortion?
No.
Well, yeah, you're a Democrat. All right, Owen, anything else?
Let me think. We were going to talk about the economy. I think we were going to talk about it. The tariffs. We can talk about the tariffs.
Okay. Do you support his tariffs?
Again, like I'm going to be contradictory here. I think that if well, let me just explain myself. I think that if the tariffs work like he plans them to do, is that some businesses will move from other countries and start manufacturing in America.
No, they won't.
And right. Well, and that might not happen, right? And so
it won't, I know it won't happen.
okay. Well, wait, just tell me why it won't happen.
Sure. because those tariffs are going to get removed the day Trump steps out of office. So first of all, he didn't
That's
pass
true.
tariffs through Congress. He passed them through an executive order. Executive orders are very weak and easy to repeal. Not to mention that he's already repealed them himself 3 times and gone back and forth.
Yeah.
So
He's
companies producing in other countries are not going to invest 3 years and billions of dollars into building infrastructure to produce locally, because the day that those tariffs get reversed, they're fucked. Not to mention the upfront costs. So, right, these producers will rather stay in other countries and just simply increase the price of their good to cover the price of the tariff, which will make foreign goods more expensive in America.
Right. And I mean, if companies, do move here within his 4 years of presidency, it will help. I just think that the overall effect on the GDP and just the time and money it would cost for companies to move their manufacturing plants to America would not reverse the effects of the tariff. Just pay the tariff at this point.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. But okay. All right, Owen. I appreciate you for coming up, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course, bro. Have a good day.
You as well. We're going to move on to the next guest. If you're in that queue, make sure that it means that you voted for Trump. Everyone just give us a minute. We got teetering loading up. I'd also like to thank Mike for the $5 here. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then also Robert with a 20 pounds over on YouTube Super Chat. I want to see at least 20 big W's for Robert. Thank you. And then, oh my God, Natalie with a $50 donation on Venmo. Thank you. Thank you so much, Natalie. Everybody, show some love to Natalie down below in that chat. Literally right now. Thank you so much, Natalie. Then also Erica with the $10 on PayPal. Huge shout out to Natalie, Erica, and Robert. You guys are awesome. That is insane. What is going on, Teetering? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
All right, sir. Why did you vote for Donald J. Trump?
I got a question. Can we see the back of your head, please?
Of course. I think it's the 7th video down on my main account. I showed the back of my head.
Sick.
So why did you vote for Trump? Well, somebody's scared. We're going to go and move on to the next guest here. Everyone just give us a minute. That guy was terrified. I guess he didn't expect that answer. Chad, I stand on business. Let me make that one clear, okay?
Wait.
I heard allegations of bald spots. What did I do? Showed the back of my head. 4K on film, on cam.
Oh, wow.
How old are you?
I just wanted to say one thing.
I'm going to go and assume that you're underage if you don't want to tell me your age, but I do appreciate you for coming up. We got that next guest, Ethan, loading up into that live. What's going on, Ethan? Did you vote for Trump?
What's going on? Okay. So, 1, voted for Trump, and I'm 20. So, I support Trump because of his foreign policy, particularly my most important view of the foreign policy, which is Ukraine and Russia. 100%.
Okay. Did Russia have a right to invade Ukraine?
Yes, entirely.
Did dinosaurs exist?
Yeah, dinosaurs existed.
Was COVID made in a lab?
I don't know enough information. There's both ways on that. I don't really care about COVID.
How old is the Earth?
A few million years.
Okay. All right. I was just, doing a quick test. Okay.
No, I get it. It's bold. I understand that. Look.
So do you think that ethnic cleansing is always wrong?
Ethnic cleansing, yes. Ethnic cleansing most likely is always wrong.
Well, then you don't think that Russia had a right to invade Ukraine because their invasion led to the consequence of ethnic cleansing?
No, that's incorrect because Ukraine's been ethnically cleansing Russians living in the Donbass region since 2014, because this conflict started in 2014 when 2 independent Russian majority regions, the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic, decided to declare their independence. And they have been fighting Ukraine since 2014. And Ukraine has been doing a lot of terrible massacres to the Russian people living in the area. Vice versa, Russia's doing it too. I'm not blind to that. But that is the truth, that Ukraine has been torturing and killing Russian civilians, just like Russia's doing to the other side. But the area Russia occupies is a majority Russian.
Can we go back to my question?
Area.
Because
what's your question?
So far, you still haven't responded to it. So first and foremost,
okay.
You said that ethnic cleansing is always wrong, but then you said it is okay for Russia to ethnically cleanse the Ukrainians because you think the Ukrainians are ethnically cleansing some Russians in a region of Ukraine. So all that this means is that you don't think that ethnic cleansing is always wrong.
It's not ethnic cleansing in that
What
area.
is
They're not
ethnic
killing.
cleansing?
Ethnic cleansing is whenever you wipe an entire race off of a map in certain area of the earth. like the Germans did in World War II. That's an absolute cleansing. We round them up, put them in camps. Just because a few Ukrainian civilians gets killed in some bombs or some Russian war crimes or Ukrainian war crimes, that doesn't equal a total cleansing.
Jesus Christ. Okay, first of all, ignoring all Ukrainian deaths, which I think is funny when you want to say, oh, just because a few Ukrainians have been absolutely slaughtered in war crimes, it's not ethnic cleansing. If we ignore all Ukrainian deaths in Ukraine and we only look at the Ukrainian refugees in America right now from Ukraine because they've lost their homes, because they've been invaded, because they've been killed, because they've been pushed out by foreign invaders from Russia, right? It constitutes ethnic cleansing on its own. There's over 200,000 Ukrainian refugees in America right now because they lost their homes forcefully at the hand of Russia. So what that means is that just accounting for the Ukrainian refugees in our country, those individuals have been ethnically cleansed by the state of Russia. And that ignores all deaths and all fatalities of all Ukrainians at the hand of Russia.
Okay, so if your point is that the Ukrainians got moved out of their living space in Ukraine, that's ethnic cleansing, then what about in 2014, whenever the Ukrainians were pushing the Russians out of their area? I mean, it's a majority Russian area.
I actually wanted to ask you about that too. I'm curious. Yeah. Would you be able to give me a source that demonstrates that Ukraine has slaughtered and killed and just decimated a bunch of Russians in a territory of Ukraine? Can you give that one to me?
Yeah, so on Russia Today, or it's been renamed.
Fuck no. I want a source that doesn't have Russia in the name. How about that?
So it doesn't, just because it has Russia in the name and it's a war in Russia.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to find like one news source that isn't operated by the Kremlin to justify your claim, right?
The RT is not operated by the Kremlin. That is ridiculous.
God,
that is
Jesus
a crazy
Christ.
statement.
Okay, all right. Well, how about you just find one source that doesn't have Russia in the name?
Okay, one source out of you can look at any website. If you look up,
so then it should be easy.
Statistica, civilian deaths related to Russian-Ukraine conflict. What about the other day?
Great. Yeah. Give me a source from Statistica that shows me that since 2014, Ukraine has been killing and state chartered and funded ethnic cleansing or genocide of Russians in a section of Ukraine, please.
So what are we constituting as, what is a threshold of genocide? Because the other day, a few days ago, the Ukrainians launched drone strikes into Moscow that hit civilian infrastructure. So the Ukrainians had that goal in mind. When they shot those drones that perfectly hit the civilian apartments, they said, we want to kill the civilians in this area. So at what point is it one death is cleansing? Is it 100,000? And what about the other people?
I don't mind responding to that after you give me a source, because right now you're just pivoting.
The source of civilian death
since 2014, Ukraine has been systemically killing Russians in a region of Ukraine.
The war, it's called the war in Donbass, in Donetsk and Luhansk. There's been a war going on. The Ukrainians are killing the revolutionaries in that area.
I'm just curious about learning more. Why can't you give me a source?
This is publicly known information. This is
obviously I don't know it. I'm seriously just asking you for a source. I want to know more about Ukraine's state funded and chartered attack on Russians in a section of Ukraine since 2014. All that I'm asking you for is a source that isn't operated and managed by the Russian government.
Okay, so you're not going to take Wikipedia, but I will look at the references based off of Wikipedia. Though I think Wikipedia is a reliable source based off of big news events such as this. The Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic are controlled states that control their own identity in Ukraine. Ukraine launched at 2014 after the $5 billion coup that was supported by the U.S. government. They put $5 billion into that. Ukraine declared war on these areas, claiming that they were treasoners because you can't declare yourself independent in Ukraine when you're a Russian people in those areas. I mean, this has been a war. There's deaths happening. This is like Crimea. What about the source of Crimea? This is publicly known info. If you genuinely don't know about the war on Donbass, I'm not trying to be an a-hole about it.
I just want to clarify. So a part of Ukraine tried to secede from Ukraine and a war started.
Yes, that is exactly what happened in 2014-15. A part of this is a Ukraine region.
And you disagree with that?
No, I totally agree with it. If these Russian people in the eastern Ukraine want to be them, if they want to be an independent nation because the Ukrainians were
Okay.
heavily,
All right. Yeah.
yeah,
See,
that's
I'm not educated on geopolitical contents. Just give me a source.
a source on this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm sure that there's probably like a couple hundred people watching right now that are just like significantly like shaking their head, being like, Dean, what the fuck? Why aren't you countering this guy's misinformation? Well, it's because I know nothing about it. I just want a source. That's all I'm asking you for.
Okay, right here. This is France24.com. In Ukraine's Donbass, 10 years of war. On April 7th, a coup of pro-Russian militants in the city of Donetsk in eastern Ukraine was the spark that ignited the Donbass war. In the heart of this industrial region, blah, blah, blah. You know, there are 6 million Russian-speaking inhabitants. This is a French source. This war has been happening.
Did this French source that you just read tell me that a coup of Russian militants started a war with Ukraine? That's what I just got from you, from your word of mouth.
Yes, Russian revolutionaries in these Russian ethnic areas decided to declare their independence, and in doing that, they had to fight for it, and that's what's been happening.
Okay, so a group of Russian militants in Ukraine started fighting Ukraine, and that justifies Ukraine getting ethnically cleansed? What else going on, man? I mean, listen, I guess all I gotta do now is just ask you for a source. Do you not realize that you're claiming that Russia started this too?
Russia did not. The Russian Federation
Well,
did not.
thank you so much for
That's absurd.
under control. These Russian militants, more precisely.
Well, yes, because these are Russian people. These are ethnically Russian people. These are Russian people. They're different. Ukrainians are Russians.
So Russian militants claimed that a part of Ukraine was actually Russia, and then started fighting Ukraine for it. So in other words, all that you're saying,
that is wrong.
That's what you told me. I'm operating off the information that you're sharing with me. I know nothing about this. I'm asking. Well, just one moment.
Okay.
I'm asking you for information about this to educate me about it with the use of sources. You tell me that you got a source. You start reading it, and let me get this straight. You quoted this source as saying that there was a group of Russian militants in a part of or a region of Ukraine that wanted their independence. So then they started fighting the rest of Ukraine.
Yes, they didn't want their independence to join Russia. That is incorrect. These are Russian people that wanted to create their two own independent states, which they actually did. They're recognized by not a lot of...
Call me crazy. Like, just call me fucking crazy, okay? If Florida today was like, we're no longer a part of America, and then they sent these militants from Florida into the neighboring American states to start fighting them, right? Killing them to claim this territory away from America. If America were to fight back because they're killing their people, they're committing treason against the country, and they're unjustly aggressing upon who they claim to not be a part of this militant organization that's conceding in the area, then that's kind of justified to fight back against.
That's an incorrect analogy because you're saying that the Floridians, no, I mean, it historically is because you're saying that the Floridians would have pushed off and started invading Georgia or Alabama or something like that. That's not what the people did. In 2014, all that, the coup happened, the government changed. These people in Donetsk and Luhansk, they proclaimed the DPR and the LPR. They proclaimed this as independent states. Ukraine decided to go in militarily to suppress these revolutionaries because they did seize government buildings. They seized the buildings, propped up their own government. Ukraine said, we're not going to support that. They went in, and then the battle's been raging for over 10 years. They've been fighting this war, and then in 2022, the Russian Federation.
So Russian militants tried to steal the property of the Ukrainian government. The Ukrainian government then sends their own military, military individuals in to make sure that they don't have that property stolen by the Russian militants. Then the Russian militants fight back and say, "We're stealing your fucking property," and then next thing you know, apparently, Russia's invasion and ethnic cleansing of the entirety of the Russian state of the Ukrainian state's justified. It's crazy how I'm wiping the floor on you with this, knowing nothing about it. It's crazy to me. Like the minimal information, the minimal brain cells, and the minimal common sense that it takes to recognize that ethnic cleansing and invasion of other countries is wrong. Okay. Now, I do want to say one other thing. Do you support Donald Trump's policy as it relates to Gaza?
Oh no, not at all, not at all. Because Israel, I don't know what I can say on TikTok. Well, you can say a little bit more now because they're more lenient. But no, Israel is a terroristic state, 1,000%.
What the fuck is the difference between claiming that Israel has a right to kill and ethnically cleanse all Palestinians because of October 7th, and Russia has a right to invade, kill, and ethnically cleanse all Ukrainians because of Ukraine's response to Russian militants in the Donbass region?
So if you agree with the Palestinians, which I'm assuming you do, I do as well, the Palestinians had the land first. British, mandated Palestine. You could use that same argument with Russia and saying, oh, the Soviets had Ukraine. When I say Russian militants, these are Ukrainian citizens. These aren't Russian people that fled across the border into Ukraine and captured these buildings. These are Ukrainian civilians that are ethnically Russians. Like if Mexican Americans, these are Ukrainian civilians that took over these government buildings, proclaimed their independence because they disagreed with the overthrow of the pro-Russian government in 2014. So the Ukrainian civilians that are ethnically Russian decided they didn't want to be under a Ukrainian government that is collaborating with the West and NATO and allies such as that.
You're not answering all that you're doing is redescribing what you had originally.
What was the question?
All that you're doing is you're redescribing what you had originally posited and then critiqued and disproved when I asked you for a source and you read the first sentence saying that these Russian militants were stealing property from the Ukrainian government. What I'm specifically asking you is if Israel is a terrorist organization for invading Palestine, ethnically cleansing their people, killing them too, what does that tell us about Russia invading Ukraine, killing their people, ethnically cleansing the Ukrainians? I'm pretty sure that we can make a parallel between ethnic cleansing, killing, and ethnic cleansing and killing, right?
So ethnic cleansing is something happening in Gaza where Israel wants the entire where they want the entirety of
Ethnic cleansing is happening in Gaza, and ethnic cleansing is happening in Ukraine.
Heavily disagree. There's a difference in this.
I have already given you minimal fact and information disregarding all Ukrainian death to justify this. 250,000 Ukrainian refugees are in America today because they've lost their homes forcefully by the hand of the state of Russia. That is ethnic cleansing in accordance with the definition offered by Oxford Language. Ethnic cleansing is defined as the forceful expulsion of an unwanted ethnic group or religious group from society. That is exactly what Russia has done with minimal facts to the 250,000 Ukrainian refugees in America today.
So just because you displace people in a war means it's ethnic cleansing. That is completely
literally
okay. So that's what
literally the forceful displacement of an unwanted ethnic group from a society to elsewhere is definitionally ethnic cleansing. And I've actually had somebody run this talking point on me before, saying, "Oh, so ethnic cleansing happens in a lot of wars." Yes, but specifically every fucking invasion of foreign sovereign territory, claiming it as their own, killing and displacing their citizens. Yep.
So you don't agree that Russia should be supporting the LPR and the DPR within Ukraine? You don't believe that Russia should be supporting two nations that want their independence from the Ukrainians? That's what the war comes down to. This isn't a Russian invasion.
I absolutely disagree with the notion that Russia invading, displacing Ukrainians, killing their people, is just merely supporting the independence of these two states. I mean, what did Putin say in his interview with Tucker Carlson? I never heard him talk about these two independent states. I only heard Putin talk about how Ukraine is historically a part of the USSR that he wants to rebuild. It's funny that I've never heard about Russia supporting the independence of these two countries and justification of the invasion, even out of the mouth of Putin. Why did Putin not talk about this?
Well, Putin claims it's not an invasion. It's a special military operation to stop the oppressment of Russian civilians living in the Donbass region. And in the Donbass region is the Donetsk and Luhansk regions.
Okay.
That perfectly correlates to what he's speaking on. Hold up. If you're talking about the displacement of Ukrainians.
So can you
about Kursk?
Can you admit that Putin, with a yes or no, has Putin ethnically cleansed Ukrainians?
No.
Tell me which necessary property of the definition of ethnic cleansing the state of Russia has not fulfilled, with at minimum the forced expulsion of 250 Ukrainian refugees who are now in America.
Ukraine's also displacing Russians in the Kursk region.
That's not what I asked you. Yes or no? Is Russia ethnically cleansing Ukraine? You said no.
No,
Then I asked
because
you
I don't think
what criteria of ethnic cleansing Russia has not fulfilled with its forced expulsion of, at minimum, the 250 Ukrainian refugees that are now in America. And this doesn't even set a precedent or discuss the Ukrainian deaths or displacements outside of America. Tell me what tell me what property of ethnic cleansing has not been fulfilled.
The property of there's still Ukrainians living in Ukraine, the property that the Russian Federation hasn't completely wiped Ukraine, given that Russia's in a defensive war right now and they're holding their ground. They're in a defensive stance right now. They're not advancing any further. When Ukraine invaded the Kursk region of Russia,
Wait. Okay. Stop. You always go back to Ukraine, you fucking Russian propagandists. I'm asking you what necessary property of ethnic cleansing they've not fulfilled, and you told me, well, it's because there's still some Ukrainians living in Ukraine. I have a question. Has Israel ethnically cleansed Palestinians?
Not fully, no.
So Israel's not committed ethnic cleansing?
It's in the process. You could say it's Israel. The Israeli and Russian conflicts are completely separate.
Wait, so you have to completely eliminate and wipe out everybody from an area in order for it to constitute ethnic cleansing or genocide? I have a question.
I aligned
Wait,
Palestine.
I have a question. Was there still Jewish individuals alive in Germany following World War II?
Yeah. Well, actually,
so then the Holocaust wasn't a genocide.
Well, the Holocaust. Well, actually, if we want to speak on that, I don't know if. Well, I mean, if it happened, it was a genocide.
My God.
If it happened.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a Nazi on the live. So for everybody watching, Ethan down here is a Nazi. Particularly, I'd classify him as a neo-Nazi, most likely a Groyper. Okay. And Groypers, I mean, this guy's definitely a fan of Nick Fuentes, watches all of his shit. And I just want to make it very known, Mr. Ethan, I shit on your daddy, and now I'm shitting on you too. And Nazis are terrible. Nazism is deplorable. Not only did the Holocaust happen, but the Holocaust is the most researched and extensively justified and documented event in human history. We literally have more evidence that the Holocaust occurred than any other historical event. I just want to make that so fucking known. You name any other historical event, more evidence the Holocaust happened. And you know what? I already know who you are, Mr. Nazi. So you're a Christian nationalist too, right? Big Christian nationalist guy? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for.
Are you a Christian nationalist?
I'm a Christian. I'm not a nationalist now.
Okay, so you don't support theocracy.
No, I don't think the U.S. should be a completely Christian nation. No.
Okay. So you don't think the Holocaust happened? So you're a Nazi? You like Hitler?
Oh no, Hitler's an idiot. Oh, well, can't say that on TikTok. My bad. No, I was joking. I mean, of course. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unfortunately, Mr. Nazi, I don't think that's a funny joke to make. So we're gonna kick you. You know, it's always like the paid for by the Kremlin Nazi that's like, oh, I don't know of the Holocaust. You know, like you just get off the live. Jesus Christ. Like just like full on clown show. Doesn't deserve any of my attention. Doesn't deserve any of your attention either. Total loser. Okay. All right. We leave those losers alone. Nothing's going to change their mind. Speaking to them only normalizes their beliefs. No Nazis on the live. What's going on, lady? Did you vote for Trump?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm Canadian. I joined on accident.
No worries. I appreciate you for popping up. We're going to move on to the next guest literally right now. Justin, thank you so much for the 2 galaxies. What's going on, Edwin? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right, real quick. Amy, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for that. So, Mr. Edwin, why did you vote for Trump?
Because I love what he believes in, that there should be only 2 genders, United States of America. And
okay, we can't talk about gender on the live. TikTok will ban us.
I just have a question for you. Do you believe in the Bible?
I'm guessing you're asking me if I'm a Christian. No, not. So do you have any other
Mhm.
reasons why you voted for Trump, or is like the gender thing it?
No, definitely not. There's like moral reasons.
Okay, real quick before we move on, I'm gonna just use very vague terms here. Are you a man or a woman?
A man.
Okay. In Trump's eyes, that two gender policy, you're a female. Do you want to know why?
What?
According to Trump, you're a female.
What the hell would I be female?
Because Donald Trump made the two official genders. Okay, I don't know why he calls sexist. Anyways, male and female. He says that you're a male if at the moment of conception you have the sex characteristics that of a male, and you're a female at the moment of conception if you have the sex characteristics that of a female. Well, when do you become a male? When did I become a male? At about 5 to 7 weeks, with the activation of our SRY gene. It was the activation of our SRY gene in which set us apart and made us male. So prior to that point, we had the same sex characteristics as females. And because he says that these genders start at the moment of conception, you're a female, I'm a female, we're girly pops, we're baddies, man. You,
I'm
me.
not sure how you can say. I mean, if you just use common sense and not all the blabbering that you just did, and use just normal common sense, which it's not common anymore. It looks like, and we're definitely not around you.
I'm just reiterating Donald Trump's executive order, Edwin. Seems like Donald Trump's a little cray-cray, right?
If you just use your common
lack of
sense, you know whether or not you're male or
Yeah, so
female.
you're just telling me to operate off of a standard apart from what Donald Trump declared, so you would disagree with his declaration, so why is that a reason you voted for him?
All right, I'm Edwin's brother here. I voted for Trump because he doesn't pardon criminals.
He literally pardoned criminals. DJ Rodriguez pled guilty to violently assaulting a police officer and driving a stun gun into his neck.
Biden pardoned the biggest fucking criminal in the United States, his son, Hunter Biden. He's a fucking arms dealer, a drug trafficker, he's a sex trafficker.
Okay, all right. Can't say that word on live. Also, all false, by the way. Just want to put that one out there. But he got dunked on there. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Who are these guests, man? Like, what is going on the live? How are there people in the chat saying that I lost? Dude, how are there people in the chat saying that I lost? Okay, I'm about to crash out. Guest says Trump didn't pardon criminals. I'm like, Trump literally pardoned a violent criminal, gave you his name, gave you his charge, told you what he pled guilty to, and then they're like, guess won. Man. And I'm crashing out. Kind of related to the sentiment of how bad the American education system is to promote this ecosystem in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care about people like saying, oh, dude, okay, people do it all the time. But this is like essentially like the guest said a square has 3 sides, and I'm like, no, it has 4 sides. And then they're like, Aldine. Oh man, it's been a long day, bro. It's been a long day. Where do these guys live, man? Where do they come from? I just want to know what like the day-to-day life is of one of these people, you know? What's going on, Ben? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did vote for Trump. What's up?
Awesome, man. Are you in the shower?
No, I was washing my dog.
All right, man. Why did you vote for Trump?
I just believed a bit more in his ideologies than his siding. And also, it's nice to speak to you. Thank you for accepting me.
Of course, man. So, like, what specifically, in your mind, made Trump a better candidate than Harris? Also, Courtney with the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you for that.
Geez, I'm not the quickest thinker. So, off the top of my head, why I would say I think he has a bit better foreign policies, and I really agree with his immigration policies that he wants to enact with getting rid of the illegal immigrants, because I think, you know, legal immigration is great.
Okay,
probably
big fan of mass deportation, really.
Yeah.
Name one good outcome of mass deportation.
That the criminals in our country that are not supposed to be here would be not here.
Why is that a good outcome?
because they're taking a lot of resources from the U.S.
How much does our federal, state, and local governments pay per year to undocumented migrants?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I know New
Oh.
York did a couple billion. They released the forms.
You're 16. By the way, guys, sorry, I was a kid. But by the way, what you're referencing so far as New York is expenditure on asylum seekers, which is different from undocumented migrants. Then also, guys, we just got the first flag on the live. We've been getting banned again and again and again and again and again on live. If this TikTok live goes down, go to my bio, click on the YouTube, and join up. We're gonna get banned like any moment. But if you're curious, I'm still gonna address that last guy's claims, even though he's underage and I had to kick him. So there is essentially no federal, state, or local benefits for undocumented migrants. Some undocumented migrants can get some forms of healthcare in California, and then undocumented migrants everywhere have access to emergency services. Medicaid last year paid out $16.5 billion to hospitals around our country for uninsured patients at the ER. If we were to assume that every single one of those was an undocumented migrant, undocumented migrants would still be providing close to 5 to 6 times more into the system than they take out. Because it is the case that undocumented migrants pay $100 billion in taxes per year. Undocumented migrants are... DJ, how do you?
I have a question though.
Good. Goodbye. Moving on to the next guest, JD. So keep that in mind, guys. Undocumented migrants are productive providers. They're actually more, insofar as, proportionally what they pay into the system than what they take out. They're more productive than American citizens because although they pay $100 billion in taxes, it is the case that they don't reap the same benefits like Social Security, Medicaid, or other social safety nets such as citizens do. Fun fact. Go ahead and drop a MAGA down below in that chat if you do want to come up and debate. We'll get you up here. We're just waiting on our next guest, everybody. Go ahead and drop a L Dean in the comment section if you want to come up and debate. What is up, Caden? Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. What year?
2005.
Perfect.
2005.
So did you vote for, so why did you vote for Trump?
Man, okay. Listen. I really just wanted to ask a question. Please don't kick me. I really just wanted to ask your strategies in debate. Like, I really want to know how you debate. Like, I want to know your strategies. That's all. And then I'll leave.
Honestly, I think I would find it a little bit difficult to describe my strategy in debate. As maybe what I can say is that I will try to either just directly refute a claim through an abundance of research that I've done on related subjects by knowing that their point is just empirically false.
Yeah.
Or you could use forms of deductive reasoning to reduce an individual in their belief to either an internal contradiction with another belief that they hold or an absurd outcome. And I'd say those are the 3 strategies that I typically deploy. However, in political debate, a big tenet is just going to be a shit ton of research and knowing a lot of facts about a lot of different things to be able to counter misinformation. And that is 75% of it. But I do appreciate you for the question. Hope that you have a good rest of your day.
I love your debates, Dean. But quite frankly, I'm here.
All right, moving on to the next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute. Go ahead and drop a MAGA down below in that comment section. Somebody in the chat says, why do I never debate women? I will happily debate a woman that voted for Trump. There's just not many women that voted for Trump that come up on these lives. At any given point, 95% of my guest requests, if not 99, is men. What's going on, Kai? KYN, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
20.
Awesome. So why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your life, Donald Trump?
Because of the illegal immigrants, the economy, taking men out of women's sports.
Okay, illegal immigrants, economy, and trans individuals. So we cannot discuss the third talking point you just gave us on TikTok Live. I'll get banned for it. Hopefully 10 people in the NCAA was not your biggest reason. So what do you want to talk about first, migration or economics?
Economics.
Okay. So, Kiara, thank you for the galaxy. I just find it insane that individuals are still arguing, Kiara with the 2 galaxies, I appreciate that Donald Trump is good for the economy today after his inauguration The Atlanta Fed went from projecting 4% growth in our GDP in the first quarter of 2025 to a 3% recess in our GDP, meaning it's going down. Consumer confidence is at an all-time low since the pandemic. Stock markets, fastest free falls since the 2008 recession. He's distancing us from other foreign world leaders that we should be allies with. What good can you possibly say about his economic policy?
Well, I think that people are just misunderstanding what he's trying to do.
Okay.
Like just seeing like immediately like, oh, things might look bad now, but his plan for the future is actually really good.
And it was disconnected. Bada boom, bada bang, it's done. We're probably going to be done with the debates for today, I'm not going to lie. Let's see what I got banned for. Guest violations, hate speech, and hateful behaviors. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, no, it's just a 10-minute ban for guest violations, hate speech, and hateful behaviors. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that I told you guys to come over here. I'm done for the day. I don't want to do another stream, guys. I'm in a bad mood. Casey, I appreciate you for the $20 super chat. I do really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Casey. I'm done for the day, man. That shit's fucked. We're done. We're done with our debates. At least for now. We did like under 3 hours. I guess it'll be a shorter day of debates, but I want to take the rest of the night off and chill and take it to myself because I just what a crazy day we've been through. All right. Wow, holy shit. So there's a page on TikTok. They're called @PoliticsHub, @ClipTheCrisis. And they do clips of me and Parker. They posted one 5 hours ago. It's 364K views. That's crazy. Make a steak cooking stream. You know, I might do a cooking stream. You could always hop on with Parker. Yeah, I'll probably hop on with him when he goes on. Politics Hub. Yeah, what's up? Well, actually, Politics is watching. Yo, Politics Hub. Is it okay if I take that and post it on Instagram? Is it all right with you? Let me know. Because I'd love to. I'd love to. It's a great clip. Hell yeah. Appreciate that, Politics Hub. Very kind of you. Very kind. Piano stream? Oh, y'all want to hear a tune? I can play a little tune. I can do a little tune real quick. Sounds like fun. Godzilla with $5 saying relax and you got him. Yeah, we've been pretty relaxed today. Just a lot of insane guests. A lot of really nutty guests today. I think that a mental break is pretty required. By the way, I appreciate the 4,000 people for being in here. You guys are awesome. So, I guess like a little bit of a breakdown on what's going on TikTok right now, because obviously you guys are probably going to have questions after like fucking 4 bans in a day. TikTok is just really bad with their moderation services. And this has been a constant struggle and battle that I and people like Parker have had with TikTok. More over the course of like the last 2 to 3 years. There will be periods where they will be very sensitive and restrictive on their own creators. And we'll have days where we get banned 3 to 4 times in a day. And then we'll have periods where we never get banned at all. And it just goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And right now we're one of those periods where we are just having a lot of downwards pressure insofar as the conditions of being a live streamer. Somebody in the chat says W TikTok. As you say on a YouTube live with close to 4,000 people. But I actually do want you guys to all do something for me real quick. I'm going to post a clip from Politics Hub. Great editing, by the way. You know, so one of these clipping channels, Politics Hub, Clip the Crisis, I don't know if you've seen it before, reached out. Basically said, hey, let me work for you. And I'm not going to lie, I've never seen a better proposition. This person has been grinding, putting these clips out, getting millions of views without asking for anything. And then once they have that resume built up and they have like consistent posts every single day, getting like hundreds of thousands of views, then they're like, Dean, let me work with you. I've never seen a better way of getting my attention. So I just got to say, I know that you're in here right now, Politics Clip Sub. You are a grinder. And I think what you're doing is awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and throw this bad boy up on that Instagram. Are we all ready to go to my Instagram and like it? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Oh, let's watch it before we post it.
Rather be president of the United States, Joe Biden or Vladimir Putin?
Putin, because we
Putin.
Joe Biden's been lying since 1984.
Wait.
Joe Biden's a liar.
Wait. Shut the. Clarifying that both you Ashbash and you Redneck, fitting name, would prefer Putin to be president over Joe Biden.
Dude, yes. Tenfold.
When's the last time you saw Putin fall?
I mean,
Dude, they're just straight pro-Russia, pro-Putin now. Wait. Next question.
That's fucking crazy, dude. That's insane. Oh my God. What losers. What losers. What should I title that shit? Crazy, like that is just such an insane clip. I don't even know what to title it. Like Putin for president? I think I could get banned for that. Title it "These Losers." I'm lost for words. I think I'm just going to say America is cooked. There we go. Wow. America is fucking cooked, man. Gotta get a little screen grab of the preview to make sure I'm mogging in that thumbnail. Yo, Pissells, thank you for the 59 Norwegian dollars. I do really appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much, Pissells. All right. We're going to go ahead and tag Parker's account in it. And then the first comment, we're going to go ahead and tag PolitiHub for the editing. Because they did a great fucking job. Good job. Very good job. Go down to the comments at editing done by at what is there at Clip the Crisis. By the way, guys, head over to my IG. Yeah, it is. Head over to my IG. Head over to my IG. Dean, the TikTok is down. Yeah, we got banned on there. Head over to the IG, like that recent post. That's just crazy, bro. Clip the Crisis. I got you. All right, we're good. We're set. Debates in X. Man, I'm so sorry if like the Republicans are this terrible on TikTok. I don't even know if I would want to do live streams over like on X because they'd just be substantially worse. Substantially fucking worse, man. It'd be unreal. Why not migrate your base to YouTube? Well, I mean, we kind of have been doing that. Laura with a £5 saying, Dean, I love the lives, but you and Parker both need more mods. There have been a lot of slurs in the comments lately and no action taken at all. We have, like, on any given day, like a good, like 2 to 3 active mods, especially over on TikTok. And we also filter for slurs specifically. But because there's so many people that are in the streams and TikTok limits the max amount of mods that you could have, it becomes really difficult to try to like mitigate everything in the chat. Some of the chat says, dude, you stop fucking randomly screaming. Some of us wear headsets. All right, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for randomly screaming. My apologies. I understand. That's my bad. Okay. Don't do exit so bad. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a whole lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. Amina at Dean Withers, did you get the chance to check your PayPal for the donations from Adam? Yep, I did. So I took down every donation that I saw for Adam on a Google Doc, like while I was streaming, and I sent it out to the GoFundMe. So I mean, if you go to the public donor list, you'll see my name somewhere in there. But I am gonna go ahead and do a second check back around and look for anything that I didn't write down as it came in. Your profession on Instagram being chef is hilarious. Well, I couldn't find anything more fitting. So, you know, I'll just label myself as a chef because I stay cooking. So that's why that's that. All right. You guys want to hear a song on the piano real quick before I get off? Because I'm not going to lie. I'm not doing any more debates. I'm done for the day, bro. My cortisol levels are just too significantly high. They're too significantly high. They're too significantly high. All right. Let me play y'all something real quick. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm a big music guy. Really, really big music guy. For a long time, the only thing I did in my free time, especially before I started streaming, was music. Specifically piano and guitar. What are we feeling? Give me a vibe. Give me a vibe down below in that chat. What do we want? Do we want some jazz? Do we want some classical? Do we want some epic fast movie trailer shit? Yo, I appreciate you so much for the $15 super chat coming in from Liz. Thank you for the love, Liz. Let's see. Jazz? Okay. I see a lot of people saying jazz. See, there's a lot that we could do in jazz. For jazz, I'm more of like an improv guy. Let me see if we could cook up some improv real quick. Oh, that's a little bit rough. I'm a little bit out of touch. Ah, fuck. Okay, let me restart. We're doing improv. I was getting back into the mood. I was getting back in there, you know? It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in there. You know what I mean? I've done that improv for a minute. Balding! Dean is balding. You got me. You know, if I split my hair anywhere in my head, I get a bald spot. Oh my God, guys, look at my bald spot. Guys, look at my bald spot. Guys, look at my bald spot. Look at it. Look at my bald spot. It's kind of just what comes along with really thin blonde hair. It's not that much fun. Okay. Let's do something a little bit more crazy. You know, one of my favorite pieces to play it's that song by the Nazi. What is it called? Kanye West? I don't know. But anyways, I can't play it anymore. Run Away. Dude, Run Away used to be one of my favorite pieces. But it's like, now he's just a straight up Nazi. So you can't really, like, I feel like gross playing Runaway anymore. You know? But it's like such a beautiful piece. Let's like another piece, very similar, with the same vibe. Here's one of my favorites. I played it before. Un Suspiro. It'll be my all-time favorite piece. I've played it a bunch of times before, but I'll play it again. Oh man, that's so sad. I don't know where it went. It happens time to time. It's always so sad when that happens. Like in the middle of a piece and you just kind of forget it. You know, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I've been playing this on muscle memory for years. Let me see if I can get it back real quick. There it goes. A little choppy. Okay, we're heating up. We're cooking. Oh shit, I nailed that. Didn't nail that. Well, that was a little choppy. Oh, un sospiro. Godzilla, I appreciate you for the vibe. That's very kind. We love a little un sospiro. Or what about this one? This one's cute. That one's pretty beautiful. You know what I mean? What about this? This is some crazy shit. This is actually my own composition too. I wrote this next one. pretty. I like that. I want to make that one longer. Let's see here. It's amazing. I appreciate you guys. Very kind. Play Interstellar. A lot of people asking for Interstellar. So I've never learned how to play the Interstellar intro, but I've watched Interstellar like 5 times. Big fan of Hans Zimmer. Big fan of the soundtrack, and I've like tried to figure it out a handful of times. Let's see if I could just figure it out. I really don't know if I will be able to. Something like that. Kind of like rough around the edges. But that's like that's what I've heard, you know? Something like that. But of course it'd have to be like played and figured out. That does not sound right. Well, that was just from having like I've heard it before. And trying to figure it out at points prior. La Campanella? I'm totally butchering the name. That's that one that's like, sorry for screaming, headphone users. That's that one that's like, that's that one, right? The La Campanella one. I've heard that one before too. I don't know like what's played in the left hand because you can't really I can't decipher that one too easily. But I think that's like the right hand that's really scuffed about it. If that's one that you guys are talking about. Also see a lot of people saying Clair de Lune. I like Clair de Lune. I could do a little Clair de Lune. Chopin as well. Yeah, I know some Chopin, not like the super difficult Chopin, but more so Chopin as it would relate to is like very like more elegant pieces. You do Clair de Lune real quick. It's a pretty one. Little bit of it. You know, honestly, at this point, because it's been so long since I've actually like looked at a sheet of music or sat down to learn a piece, that I'll just be playing like from memory and then also just kind of doing what I think would sound right. But that's a pretty one. That's a very pretty one. La La Land. Dude, I've always wanted to learn some La La Land. I've never put the time into it. So I can't. Piano Man. Is it Piano Man by Bill Joel? I've heard it before. I feel like that's another one of those songs that I could just kind of like work out. Because I think I've tried to learn it before as well. Like, because I know the intro. it's not that. It's somewhere around there. That's Piano Man. It's somewhere around there. I'd probably have to look at it. Lofi? Am I pronouncing that right? Lofi? Isn't it like an artist? I've never heard any of their music, I don't think. Well. All right, guys. It's 4:41. I'm probably going to get off here. Angela, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate that. Lofi? I don't know how to pronounce their name. All right, guys. I love you all. I have heard that Parker's on and debating. So go show him some love. You guys are awesome. I hope that you have a good rest of your evening. I'm going to go ahead and head out now. Peace and love, y'all. And take care.